to turn into, well, there you go. He's ready. Nothing to worry about. But I think people want these kinds of throws to get excited about. They crave them. They are, talk about the oasis and the desert. This is it. And this time, you got to drink some of the water. Now, the question is whether you're going to be drinking sand, because this is one great throw in one practice, and does it really mean all that much?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I first saw it, when you put it out there, I was like, it had to have been something for you to tweet something like this about, you know, where Jordan Love's at, because I've asked you numerous times. I've told you the Rodgers part of this when he was a young player and how important that is for everybody. And it's nice to hear. And it's good as you're wrapping up OTAs, mini camps, whatever it is, as that's wrapping up. I want my guys to be feeling good about where they're at. You want to see a steady progression. And you hope that one breeds another and another and another, so it's not just one a game. You want to start seeing 3, 4, 5 of these a practice. And when you tweeted that, when other reporters were putting out similar stuff, it makes you think, okay, all right, Jordan Love is starting to gain more and more confidence. I think his teammates will. And this, while it is June 13th, or it was June 13th. Today's the 14th. Happy Flag Day, everybody. You start wanting more, and you need to see more of that. It's good that you're finally hearing good things rather than it always be doom and gloom and was not Rodgers, he's not this. And it's a starting point, but again, it's been 3.5 years. You'd hope you'd have heard more of this. You haven't, but it is a process, and it feels like maybe that process is turning over. Do I think that this means, well, Jordan Love's going to be great? No, I don't at all. And I don't think anybody should. But it also will tell you that things are improving and that Jordan Love is getting more and more confident and comfortable with what he's doing. And I think as a Packer fan, that's all you're looking for in these OTA mini camps, because nobody can go and watch them because whatever is going on up there, you, Schneidman, and all the other reporters have to be our conduit. You let us in a little bit, and I think yesterday when you let that tweet out, I think Packer fans had to be excited because of, you know, the amount of people that tweeted back at you and things like that. It lets you know fans are excited. They want Jordan Love to be great. And when they can get a little taste, they want to amplify it. That's what that told me yesterday.
Yeah, I got retweeted a lot. I'm not worried about social engagement on the tweet. Here's my question. Should this be a cause for celebration, or should it be, as I referenced Lizzo, it's about damn time? Because I use the wild throw thing a lot. I've been talking about it since he got here. And I said he had one throw like that all of his first training camp. And I don't have to deliver the caveat of I really like Jordan and I want him to succeed because he's a good kid, et cetera, et cetera. But I think the reason why this stands out is because there haven't been that many throws that elicited this response from me when I'm watching him at practice. And so
is this a good sign? Is this good or bad that it's taken this long for you to, or for a lot of you guys, to have any type of reaction like this? Because, again, June, nobody cares. The only reason we care is because it's unknown, and we're searching for any type of data or any type of throw that will get you an inclination of where this is going to be. It's a 7-on-7, which for people that don't know, that means there's no linemen. It basically is the back end of their defense versus the perimeter of our offense. That's 7-on-7. So Zach Tom could have gotten beat, and Jordan Love could have gotten drilled as he threw it. You don't know how long that took. So I want everyone to be excited.
Right. Celebrate
it is great
those victories.
to be excited.
Right.
Absolutely. But when you start looking at it, is this more It's about damn time, as you put it, or is it about the excitement that you're finally starting to see Jordan Love get more and more comfortable doing what he needs to do to be a good quarterback in this league? That's really the question I have.
So if you were a player at this practice, how would you react to it? Because look, he had another good throw.
I wouldn't have seen it.
Why wouldn't you have?
I would have been doing one-on-one pass protection.
They're not doing one-on-one pass pro. And when they do, again, here's another dazzling detail for you. The offensive linemen still line up in 7-on-7. So they're still there protecting air, basically. I understand there's a lot of you on social media
they have O linemen
snaps the ball and everything.
There's no D linemen anywhere?
Correct. Yeah.
What are the D linemen doing? Pass rushing drills?
That's a good question. I wasn't really paying attention to them. They're not in pads, so they're not doing one-on-ones. Well, I was watching where the ball was. I know that that's occasionally something I need to do.
Wow.
So I don't think I'm getting bogged down in what you would have been doing. If you'd have been watching the play, how would you have taken it?
Well, you're excited. It's a 96-yard touchdown. I don't care if it's on air or it's on anything. And the fact that it's Jair Alexander, Christian Watson, actually, is probably more exciting to me than the fact that Jordan Love placed the football where it's supposed to be. It's his job. Christian Watson beating Jair Alexander on a route, and Christian Watson, just in listening to all the clips yesterday, that's what I was most excited about, is he's taking on leadership roles. He's pointing stuff out. You feel like he's emerging as the cover boy, as I like to call him, because I think he's going to be the Madden guy out of this group. You're starting to feel like this young group of players is starting to figure things out and come together. Again, none of it means anything right now, but this is what you get. It's June. You're going to get these little info, little snippets, and you can either say, well, it's dumb, or you can start saying, well, these are good signs moving forward. That's the road I'm going to take on that.
I just want people to have it in the correct perspective is my issue. Because I don't want to be feeding the hype train, but I also want to be fair to Jordan Love.
Why did you tweet it if you don't
Because it
want
was that good of a throw. It's that good of a throw. But I feel
Why did you not put the throw down where he spiked it into Samori Toure before the end zone then? Because it was that bad of a throw.
Yeah, and he also had a throw to Romeo Doubs in the end zone where Romeo may have pushed off, but beat Jair Alexander, made a hell of a catch at the back pylon. Like, through the course of practice, there are good moments, there are bad moments for every player, including you putting Vonnie Holiday on his butt and then probably getting beaten on another pass set, right?
Sure.
So I don't want to turn – that's why I don't do play-by-play from practice because it can mislead. Well, it's not that much work. I'm taking the notes anyway in my little handy-dandy notebook.
Wow.
The bottom line is this is the best throw I've seen him make. That's why I tweeted it out. But we have to keep it in perspective, and I know that that's not the exciting take on a 96-yard touchdown pass. We got to keep it in perspective. We got to think about what the environment was. We got to think about how rare these kinds of throws are, but we also have to celebrate how great it was that he made this throw. I know that's a little nuanced, and it's not just, woo, Jordan Love is awesome, which I know the Packers fan base wants it to be. There's no doubt about this, regardless of how you want to put this in perspective. Everyone wants this to be the norm, and everyone wants it to be true that he is great. Unless you hate Goody's guts, which I do not. Or unless you're Aaron Rodgers, who even I don't think Aaron Rodgers is rooting against Jordan Love.
He's probably jealous of him.
Like a parent. But if you were here in 2008, and I don't want to speak for Jesse, but there were certainly people that were rooting for Aaron Rodgers to fail. There can't be that large of a group that feels the same way about Jordan Love. It's got to be a very tiny sliver of the fan base.
There's not. I just think when I hear and kind of see this and the reactions, it's I guess I'm a little dumbfounded that you would be as excited. You would be as excited about a 7-on-7 throw, and you understanding how everybody takes it. It's almost as if you're putting it. You want to get those positive vibes about Jordan Love out there. That's how I took it.
No, I saw a great throw. I thought everyone needed to know about it. Simple as that.
Can I say something that I don't know if we all want to say, but I think it's what needs to be said about this?
Sure.
Is Dunzo going to be on camera?
No, Dunzo. Maybe later. What a game last night. So we've been asking for years, give us something from practice from Jordan Love. Give us something that gives us the wow. Give us something in your skill set that actually LaFleur and any offensive coordinator or Aaron Rodgers when he was here that could say this is why he's going to be good. And now yesterday we finally got one, and I don't know if it's still resonating the same way that it should be because that's what we've been asking for. I don't know if there's anything now because I was hoping when I saw the throw and when you describe the throw, like I was hoping that I would feel like this is the guy. Okay, we're here. We got it. He's ready. And now I don't think I'm feeling that way, and I don't think there's anything that he can do from now until the game against the Bears in week 1 that's going to make me feel like he's ready. Like, I don't know if it's more wow throws or if it's a sustained ability in practice like this, but to me, I don't. Now that we've gotten what we've asked for, it feels like it's not enough, and I don't know if there will be anything that's enough until. I don't know if there will be anything that's enough until week 1.
I thought this was live 11-on-11 too. So I'm a little bit. Okay, great. This is awesome. 7-on-7, no pass rush. I can't be as excited as Jason is.
Well,
can't be.
At least it was full speed, which it wasn't in 11-on-11. They did jog through speed for 11-on-11. So it was, look, it was good. And I think it's fine to be excited about it. I'm just trying to make sure that we keep it in the proper perspective, which I know is not fun. But I'm not – I wasn't doing it just because, I want everybody to be excited about Jordan. But I've been talking about wow throws for 3+ years and how I don't see enough of them. And yesterday I saw one. And now today, he better have some more. Because what did you do for me today? What do you do tomorrow? What are you going to do in the training camp practices? What are you going to do in the preseason games? And then what are you going to do at Soldier Field at noon on September 10th? But we have what we have today. And what we have today was a great throw. And now we need to see more of them. I'm sorry I can't rave about him, that he's the next Hall of Fame quarterback. Luckily, I can rave about Gina Della and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and I don't have to temper my enthusiasm.
No, you do not have to temper anything when it comes to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It's like they're your own personal barista for windows and doors. Pella's design options are virtually limitless, even more customizable than your morning cup of coffee. Their wood windows and patio doors can be painted. They can be stained. They can be left bare to complement your home's unique decor. And they stand the test of time. It's why Pella confidently offers the best wood warranty in the entire industry. Bundle up and save when you customize your order by August 31st. Get started today at PellaWI.com.
We'll continue the conversation next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Are you dreaming of a new look? Let the pros at 5 Star Painting bring color to your world, to your interior, exterior, cabinets, and more. We make it easy with online scheduling, free on-site estimates, and a dedicated project manager on every job. Uneasy about hiring a contractor? We know, we've been there. 5 Star Painting is customer-focused and quality-driven, exceeding expectations every time. Call or visit 5starpainting.com today. 5 Star Painting, a neighborly company.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Welcome to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'd like 9 windows, please. I'm hoping they'll match my home.
Have it your way.
Excuse me? We're talking about windows, right?
Yes. Pella's design options are virtually limitless, even more customized than your coffee.
So you're like my personal barista for windows and doors.
Exactly. And if you customize your order by August 31st, you can bundle and save big.
Good deal.
Get started today at PellaWI.com.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Overheard recently at Pasquale's.
So what's the difference between traditional and original?
Good question.
And what do you do to make it so good?
It's all in the hands and the fresh ingredients.
I bet you have a good suggestion for the main course, too.
Go with the cowboy.
The best margaritas in Madison, followed by the red chili pork and mole cowboy burrito with cheese and onions. Giddy up, cowgirl.
Pasquale's Cantina, bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Pasquale's Cantina, Middleton and Verona.
Brunch is back at all the Madison area Great Dane pubs. Every Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Enjoy a robust brunch menu, ranging from the classic Daner's breakfast to the Playa burrito, and everything sweet and savory in between. And featuring specialty mimosas, cocktails, and mocktails, it's everything you'd expect from brunch at the Great Dane. Check it out on Saturdays and Sundays at your favorite spot, downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, or East Madison. For more information, head to greatdanepub.com/brunch. Pick your pub and let's do brunch.
Mark Tosher here for Chalmers Jewelers. Well, it's always a good time to get that special someone in your life a beautiful gift. And when I'm in need of a new piece of jewelry, Chalmers Jewelers is my go-to place. Whether I want a timeless classic or a one-of-a-kind piece, Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison has just what I'm looking for. My life has been made so much easier thanks to the great team over at Chalmers Jewelers, and is the reason I keep going back for more. Visit chalmersjewelers.com to find your perfect new piece of jewelry today.
Jim Rutledge here. If I sound lighter and fitter than I ever have sounded before, that's thanks to Carbon World Health. I had hit a wall in my efforts to lose weight while maintaining muscle. Then Dr. Ness Rodriguez introduced me to semaglutide, and I've dropped over 20 pounds in weight, and I have my body fat percentage at 10%. Semaglutide is the game-changing weight loss treatment you've seen all over social media, and it's available to you at Carbon World Health. It's FDA approved and will burn fat, not muscle. Go to carbonworldhealth.com today to set up a consultation.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
So this one throw by Jordan Love was not even the most interesting thing I thought that I heard or saw yesterday. Jair Alexander is, talk about a complicated fella. He's a unique fella.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, I would like to know, did you in fact buy a private island, or are you full of you-know-what?
Well,
and I have a feeling he's full of you-know-what.
No, they're not as expensive as you think.
Really?
You can get a good private island for $3-4 million bucks.
I mean, he got $84 million in his last contract.
Yeah,
he's
got a bunch of money. So, no, but I mean, you see stuff. I like real estate. It's interesting to me, and you'll see things pop up, and there's a lot of little remote, desolate islands that are available for purchase. Yeah, it's not as – and this whole idea of people saying, no, I'm going to retire and I'm going to go live on a remote island. For what? I'm going to be bored stiff. I had no interest in a remote island for old T. None. Visit for 3 or 4 days. Buy it? What are you going to do up there? What is Jair doing on a remote island by himself?
Yeah, I don't. He's working out, allegedly.
You would want the island at least for like 2 weeks, wouldn't you? Like 3 or 4
no,
days doesn't seem like
Well, how far am I going? I'll say this. I would much rather go to, what's that little island when you're going over to Australia? Is it Tahiti or it's one of those, it's an island country that has these huge domes. You walk out and there's the hotel. They're all little rooms, but you're literally right on the water in like a bubble. Have you heard of these? It's a big resort type island community that if you're flying over to New Zealand or Australia, it's right there.
Is that Ibiza?
And
is that the one?
No, it's not. It's either Tahiti or I don't know if Sarah's listening today. She'll text me because she wants to go there. You have they're basically like bungalows that you're on the water. It is and it's full service, like 5-star, everything involved. You go to a remote island, you got to get your own electricity. You got to find your own food. Nah, I'm good. Jair, I would recommend Jair going and spending a month over there rather than buying an island and then trying to figure out what the hell you're going to do with it.
I don't think he has an island. I think he was making this up. I don't know what to think is true or false.
I think what he's trying to do is
talks.
Revis Island. He's probably trying to do the whole thing like Darrelle Revis had, where nobody's beaten me except for Christian Watson on a 96-yard tutter and Romeo Dobbs on a red zone play. I think that's what he's doing. Bora Bora. I just got a text. Bora Bora is what I was looking for.
More like Bora Boring.
Nice.
Oh, you think going to Bora Bora is boring? Better than some remote island.
Did they name it that, like the Greenland, Iceland technique? Like name it Bora Bora so no one wants to come?
I think there's no way Bora Bora is in the Wilde family budget with the 5-star service. Look, Jair Alexander talked about how he got an island, and then when we asked a variety of questions for specifics, he didn't have any. I can't tell you that. Right. He talked about how he stuck around Green Bay after the season ended all the way to April and then left when OTA started. He's back for the 2 practices yesterday and today, and then he's going to stick around after everybody's gone because that's when Green Bay is quiet and peaceful.
All right, hold up.
And it's
Fiji,
also
not Bora Bora. It's Fiji, not Bora Bora. Fiji is what I was looking for. That's where Jair should go. Listen, Jair Alexander, Jason, I want players like Jair. I don't want everybody buttoned up, and you need people like Jair on your football team. Big personalities, quirky. Some people say he might be a little bit crazy. I want guys like that. And I want a guy that's going to shut people down, gritty up on their souls, and shut people out. To be a special talent, that's hard to do. And then to do it and to have confidence in yourself to call it out and actually execute it, most people, myself included, think, Jair, why would you not want to collect that $700K? Why would you not want to be here for OTAs, minicamps? I can't get my head wrapped around that. I can't. I'm sure you can't. Jesse can't. I would say 99% of our listeners can't. But you know what's beautiful about it is he can. And these special talented people that have a mindset that we don't have. I don't have that. He is willing to take all that on because he believes in his process of how he does things. And why he would put $700K into his contract to do it, though, I don't know. But not many people are going to be getting rid of $700K just because that doesn't fit how they approach their offseason. You Find a way to approach it and get to $700K so you can go buy your private island or go on a trip to Fiji or to Bora Bora.
So what's weird is that a week ago we're talking to David Bakhtiari, and he's saying the only reason I'm here is for the $700,000 workout bonus in my contract. And we're criticizing him for doing that because, I mean, remember Craig Karmazin was all over him. Terrible leadership. I would trade him today. Jair Alexander is the exact opposite. He's not at those practices, passing up the $700,000, and we're celebrating him?
I am.
What the hell are we doing here?
Because it's different. It's something. Whenever you go against the norm and you're talented enough to do it, I respect the hell out of it.
So trade Bakhtiari for being here and collecting
I never
his
said
money.
trade Bakhtiari.
I know.
Never said trade.
I know you didn't say that, but there are people who do.
Yeah.
Trade him. He's not a team player.
Listen,
bad
here's
for
the deal.
culture.
Craig Karmazin would love somebody like Jair because Craig is more Jair than he is David. You don't get to build something big by doing it you have to go Elon Musk. You think he's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. The people that build big, great things fail. They make decisions that people look at and say, you're nuts. Most of us are looking at Jair. I saw that yesterday. I said, you're nuts. $700K. Well, really, it's about $350, $400K when you get done with all of the stuff. It's still money you want in your pocket, but he just knows there's more money that will be coming somewhere else. And if he goes about his process, he is going to earn that plus much more. Most people don't have that mindset. And when
most people don't have that money.
I agree, but it's even the people that do want that money. It's a different mindset, and I appreciate it. I wouldn't do it. Hardly anybody that's listening would do that. It is bold. I want my corners and my star players to be bold. I want to say, you know what? I keep seeing Kirk Cousins hitching here. I'm going to take a shot. Am I going to get burned? And then am I going to get scorched by Wilde and all the media folks? Yep. But I'm also going to get a pick six. I'm also going to make a big play that changes the complexion of a game.
All right.
That's what it takes.
I want you to hear what he said. We'll play that coming up next. But I want someone to explain to me. Oh, he's quirky. He's different. He's unique. All true. He isn't even at the OTA practices. And David Bakhtiari was. And we're celebrating him for being quirky and different and passing up $700,000. He ain't at the practices.
Listen,
is that making the team better? Oh, it's his process.
I'm celebrating him. I don't think many people are. I think most people are like, you're nuts. I've learned over the years the people that you think are nuts are usually geniuses.
Not
That's what
always.
I learned. Well, there's obviously some
nuts.
people are nuts just because they're nuts. But that doesn't mean they're genius. But whenever people are going against the grain and doing something completely different.
You just love people that go against the grain. You do.
No.
You love them. Elon Musk,
love
you admire him.
that-
You wish you could do this yourself.
That don't just go into groupthink and follow in line and line up and say, okay. Yeah, I'm done with those people. Yeah, I agree with that. I want the people that are, whoa, why is he doing that? Ooh, maybe I should look at what is going on there. That's intriguing to me.
Yeah, it is. Does it make your team better by not being there because you know your process? Maybe. We're critical of Aaron Rodgers, though, last year because he did his process. He's not a group thinker. He likes to tell you what a free thinker he is.
Quarterback is a lot different than cornerback.
We'll explore this further coming up. $700,000 would be a lot to put into my Associated Bank checking account. Roughly, I don't know.
It would only be about 400. It would only be about $400K though.
After taxes,
700 is
sure.
not 700.
I would take it, and I would show up wherever they wanted me to in order to put it in my Associated Bank account. I know this. It would be great. They'd be taken care of greatly by the great team at Associated Bank. They've got the best customer service in the industry. You know that is true. You've seen the awards. And if you're a sports fan, say if you're Jair Alexander. Now, I don't know. Maybe he's quirky. He doesn't put his money anywhere. Maybe it's all stuffed in a mattress or inside a box, buried in the sand like buried treasure on his private island. But if he wants great customer service, he knows he can get it from Associated Bank. Check out AssociatedBank.com to find out more. We will hear from Jair Alexander next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for our great partners at 5 Star Painting. As we head into the Wisconsin summer, I know making decisions and finding a company you can trust to help with paint projects can be frustrating for both your home and for your business. That's why I'm here to share that the great team at 5 Star Painting should be your first choice. From the initial measurement to the final walkthrough, their team will be there step by step to ensure complete satisfaction in your project. Take my word for it. Visit 5starpainting.com. That's 5starpainting.com.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Are we saying that Daniel Jones and Dak Prescott are the same thing pretty much?
I'd probably say they're probably close to being even because they both can run. They both can run. Dak Prescott has done a little bit more because he's been in the league longer.
Yeah.
And he's been a starter. So I would probably say close to the same.
I think Dak is better.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm Vice President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Zimbrick Chevrolet.
When was the last time you had your oil changed or your tires rotated? Do you need new tires, a battery, perhaps some windshield wipers? Zimbrick Chevrolet Service Center is equipped to help you with routine maintenance, major repairs, and everything in between. Get your free battery inspection coupon and schedule an appointment today at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Don't overpay. Shop Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie.
Main Street, Sun Prairie, Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
My eye doctor gives me a lot of great advice, but the best piece of advice she ever gave me was where to go for LASIK. TLC Laser Eye Centers. Did you know that TLC has performed over 2.3 million LASIK procedures nationally, including treatment for over 10,000 doctors? Doctors recommend TLC because that's who they trust with their eyes. So book your free consultation now at TLC Laser Eye Centers, the doctor's choice for LASIK.
Right now, TLC is offering $1,000 off their Wavelight laser when treated in June. That's $500 off per eye. So call 888-TLC-2020 or visit SaveOnTLC.com. That's SaveOnTLC.com. The doctor's choice for LASIK. Must mention this promotion and be treated in June of 2023 to qualify. $1,000 off for both eyes on standard Wavelight price. $500 off for one eye. Cannot be combined with any other offers. See details at SaveOnTLC.com.
Jordan Love is the new man in town.
The sample size is very small, but you can tell. I think he's going to be okay. I think he's a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Are you whistling?
Yeah, I'm a whistler. I love whistling.
Well, do you like people
down there
that
in
think...
Bora Bora or Fiji or Fuji or wherever I'd be going? I love whistling.
Jair Alexander whistles his own tune, and he was doing that yesterday. Here he is talking about the vibe that the team has for a guy who just showed up yesterday for his first time with his team this offseason.
The vibe's cool. I mean, it's a lot of energy flowing. I feel like, we've moved past a lot of things, I guess, that people were saying. So, I mean, the vibe I got was everyone was happy to be here and happy to see,
I say this in the kindest possible way. I like him. I think he's weird.
He probably thinks you're weird.
He probably thinks I'm boring and unoriginal. We have a great working relationship.
Probably weird. Listen, he's not going to be for everybody. I don't think there's any doubt, but the reason we care is because he's really good at football. Otherwise, we wouldn't care. So Jair Alexander has been a really good draft pick. Unfortunately, he got injured a couple years ago and I think had to fight some of those mental demons that you have when you have an injury like that. And is he still the same ball-hawking, physical tackler that he was? Because when he was healthy prior to that shoulder injury, he was a dog. I mean, he got after people, a very willing tackler. I remember the COVID year blitzing Kirk Cousins, sacking him in the end zone off of a read. He is confident in his abilities, and he is really good at his job. And as long as those things are in play, I think everybody's going to love Jair. And it's one thing when you're super successful and you're doing kind of things your way. When you're not, then you're selfish and you're not a good teammate and all of those other things. And I have not heard that about Jair Alexander. All you see and hear is he's really good at his job and he goes through his process. People don't always understand it. I get that. I understand that. And I think it's exciting that we have one of the best corners in the NFL playing for the team that we like and that you cover.
Here he is talking about how he knows what his process needs to be, and he follows that. And I want you to listen to it and then contemplate Aaron Rodgers saying the exact same thing and tell me why we feel differently about Jair saying it. Here he is.
For me, I know what works for me at this point, I'm on year 6, so, 2 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pros. I mean, I think I know what I got going on here.
I think I know what I've got going on here. Mm-hmm. Basically what Aaron Rodgers said. I know what my process needs to be. I got to do what,
Okay.
We argued about this time last year about how he said he knew what he needed to do to be refreshed and ready for the season, and that's more important than hanging out with rookie wide receivers. Why is this okay? And it's not okay when Rodgers does it.
So let me ask you, what did Aaron Rodgers do for the vast majority of his career? He knew it was important. Quarterback is not cornerback. Quarterback needs to be in sync with everybody else. They need to understand it. And you're as big a Charles Woodson fan as anybody. Charles Woodson had this attitude that Jair had. Charles Woodson had his process he needed to go through to get ready to play. He missed a ton of practices. He had his own, he'd go work out on his own time slot. He did what he needed to do so he could play the best football. And I can promise you, in 2009 and 2010, nobody questioned his motives or his thing because he was a dog. Best defensive, I think he was the actual depoy.
He was.
Not in Jair's case, what I keep saying he should be. It's just different. Quarterbacks are different. They have a different set of standards they need to live up to. That's the only answer I can give you on that, because you rightfully bring up, well, does this mean this? Those things are all fair if you're putting it in a vacuum. Life ain't lived in a vacuum. You have to understand how these guys work, and that's why quarterbacks have to have a certain personality trait in order to lead a group of men. A shutdown corner, Deion Sanders, he didn't need to be this ultimate great leader. He needed to say, you know what? Give me the left side of the field. I'll lock this down.
It's an individual
You do whatever
position.
else you need to do.
It is a largely individualistic
quarterback
position. Right. I'm just saying, I'm intrigued by, because, look, everyone gathered around this table where Jair talks, and he is, I called him this, he's a unicorn, right? There is no one like him. He says that, he had a great line about how everybody can bet except us. Like, I respect the hell out of him for saying that about the NFL's gambling policy. Like, he's going to say whatever is on his mind. And some of it might sound weird. Some of it might sound selfish. I don't have a problem with him having his process, Tausch. What I'm saying is we had a conversation about David Bakhtiari about only coming to off-season program for the money, and that's a bad thing. We have a conversation about Aaron Rodgers having his process and him not coming to the off-season program because that's his process. But Jair, it's okay? Both of those things. I just find that interesting that because he's quirky, we're okay with it. Rodgers
I don't
is
have a problem with
quirky.
David. Listen, I don't have a problem with David.
I'm not
Bakhtiari
talking
saying
about
he's here for the
you,
money.
though. I'm talking about kind of the people at large.
Yeah, I don't think people have a problem with either of those two. They have a problem with Aaron Rodgers because he needs to be on the same page as Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson and Samari Toure. There is a difference, just like there's a difference in pay. There's a difference in expectation and responsibility. CEOs of companies aren't going to have they're going to be judged by a different standard than the janitor. That's just how the world works. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean that the janitor isn't treated with respect and has certain things they need to do. But it's different. Quarterbacks are held to a higher standard. Most of us understand David Bakhtiari's point of view. Hey, I'm here because I want to make my $700K. Hardly anybody understands Jair Alexander saying, I don't care about the $700K. All right, both people can have their thoughts and their viewpoints on it. I'm fine with both. All we really care about when it comes to position players is, are you going to go out and do your job at a high level when it's time to play? Mm-hmm. That's all we care about. All this other stuff is fodder. Quarterbacks are different because how you do your job is going to directly affect other people's jobs. And you could say that about David Bakhtiari, but David Bakhtiari is going to sit there, line up, and say, all right,
block
guy. T.J. Watt.
Right.
Get this guy down. That's the reality of the situation.
Right. And my point is not that Rodgers should be afforded the same, it's fine, whatever you do. Because I've been as vocal of a critic, and now he did everything that he should have done last year while he was in New York this year. I'm not excusing him. I'm just saying I think it's interesting that these guys, and look, you're wrong in this way. Craig Karmazin wasn't the only one that was criticizing David Bakhtiari for taking the approach he took. He was not the only one. Now, he was the one who went to the extreme of, I'm trading him tomorrow because he's bad for our culture. But, again, I just think it was really interesting that because someone is quirky, whatever he says is fine. I don't have a problem with him. I don't have a problem with his process. I don't have a problem with any of that. I just think it's interesting that a guy, because he's different, we kind of give him a pass. And we're not really – nothing he said yesterday is being criticized. Agreed?
You're being pretty critical of him, I think.
Right. And I'm like a lone voice on that, aren't I?
Well, we'll find out. Sounds like we got a couple people that have opinions on Jair, too. I think most of us think he's crazy to not take the $700K. Does that mean you're critical of him? Yeah, I think it is. I think that means you're critical of him.
What if he was paid $700,000 worth of Coors Light to attend? That'd be enough to get you to come.
He'd probably be there, and he should be there because Coors Light is the beer you have when you need to chill. You sit back, you go to your private island, you go to a golf course, you're out playing. Coors Light should be in your hand. Coors Light is brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lagered, cold packaged, and cold filtered. So it is made to chill, and you got to make sure those mountains are blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We'll take some of your calls on Jair Alexander, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Hey, it's Jesse Nelson, and speaking of Coors Light, how would you like to enjoy some of those Blue Mountains joining us and our ESPN Madison team and Wisconsin Sports Stars for the inaugural ESPN Madison Open taking place Monday, July 17th at Trappers Turn in Wisconsin Dells, presented by Coors Light. Join Matt Hamilton. He just won a Celebrity Pro-Am the other day. Join Mark Tauscher. And join plenty of other Wisconsin sports stars like Brad Nortman, Zach Showalter, and more. As we golf and we enjoy a beautiful round at Trappers Turn, we enjoy some delicious Coors Lights, and we have an awesome time with a chance to win some great prizes as well. Sign up today. ESPNMadisonOpen.com is where you can register your foursome. ESPNMadisonOpen.com. Hurry up and get over there, because while there is space available right now, we have seen it filling up fast. So you want to get your foursome together. You want to register right away over at ESPNMadisonOpen.com to join us Monday, July 7th in Wisconsin Dells for the inaugural ESPN Madison Open presented by Coors Light.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. A reigning freshman phenom for the Wisconsin basketball team will represent his country later this week in California. Connor Esigian, who averaged over 11 points per game in his freshman campaign for the Badgers, will represent the Armenian national team during the Armenian Basketball Classic against France on June 16th at Cal State Northridge in California. Esigian will make his debut for Armenia against the 5th-ranked globally France team in back-to-back nights at the Armenian Basketball Classic in California.
Pella's window and door design options are virtually limitless. Customize your order by August 31st, and you could bundle and save big at PellaWI.com.
In a land carved by glaciers and shaped by champions, Trappers Turn is a specialty golfing experience. 27 holes designed by two-time U.S. Open champion Andy North present an enjoyable challenge at any level. Nestled between beautiful pines, the all-new 12 North Par 3 course offers the ultimate in golfing fun. Refuel and unwind with year-round dining in the heart of the picturesque Dells. Golf time is precious. Spend it somewhere beautiful. This is Trappers Turn. Book your tee time at trappersturn.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
You can drive cutting-edge design. 2023 Audis are on the lot and ready for delivery. Take advantage of 4.99% APR financing for up to 60 months on select new 2023 models. See dealer for details and exclusions. $1,887 a month per $1,000 finance. No down payment required to qualify buyers through Audi Financial Services. Offer ends June 30th. Stop in to test drive today. Check out our website to see the current inventory and our monthly specials. The search for your Audi begins and ends at Zimrick Audi of Madison off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Drive yours today.
For over 50 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County has matched local youth with adult mentors in lasting and impactful one-on-one relationships. If you or a friend are interested in everything that big mentorship means, then attend the Big Social at Kiva Sports Center on Thursday, June 22nd from 5 to 7 p.m. Enjoy a casual atmosphere of games and fun while mingling with current and future bigs passionate about making a lasting impact on the lives of local kids. Visit their Facebook page or go to bbbsmadison.org to learn more and sign up today.
We're on the Packers.
The NFC is mediocre to below mediocre.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
The Packers are not going to be some cellar-dwelling stink pot.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Four 770-3776. Let's get to the phones. Let's start with Mario in Madison. Mario, good morning. How are you today, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good. Good morning, guys. Yeah, when it comes to the Jair situation, I mean, myself personally, I find it refreshing that we have somebody that doesn't care about money to that extent. Like, it's like, big deal. I'm already super rich. I can already buy islands. I can already do whatever I want. So what is that? I mean, where you have somebody like Bach that's like, only reason I'm here is because of the money. Like, I appreciate Jair more than I do Bach in that situation where it's just about money because money isn't everything.
I get that.
That's really all I got to say.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Mario. We appreciate it. Hey, look, I understand that, and he is unique, which everyone likes somebody who's different, right? That's part of his charm. I just feel like there's a double standard that the guy that is there and admits he's doing it because they're paying him to be there, we're questioning his motives. And on the flip side, the guy who's not there, but he's passing up the money by not being there, and then is telling us how he's in Green Bay all the time around the window of when he'd be getting paid, and also claims that he owns a private island. I just don't know what to believe. I don't want to be the fun police, but I want to know the truth. And I'm not sure I'm getting the truth from him.
He doesn't. I don't think he owns his own private island. I think he's making a comparison to Revis Island and being that. So maybe I'll be wrong on that. I hope he does own his own island.
That's not what he
That'd
said.
be great. I understand. It'd be great. You should get a one-on-one where you get to go to this private island, get a little tour.
Well, maybe
fun.
You and Sarah should go because that sounds like it's something that you'd like to do.
No, we want to go to Bora Bora or the other place. I think when you look at it, and CEOs of companies and people that start their own businesses, everybody needs to be paid. But I think most employers would much rather have someone that it's more important about the actual what you're doing than the actual dollar amount that you're making. I think they would much rather have someone say, I'm coming because I'm coming on my own terms when I need to be there because I want to give you the most efficient work production I can, compared to someone saying, I'm only here so I get paid. I've never heard anyone that owns a business say, I just want people that will show up and because they just need to get their money. I think there has to be a bigger thing involved. So it's interesting that Mario kind of compared the two, and I think he is leaning more on the Jair side, even though David has been there to make sure he's able to collect his $700K. It's an interesting dynamic.
Let's get to another call. Let's talk to our old buddy Ron in the Key. Ron, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen. With
all due respect, which we know prefaces things, whoever said money can't solve problems must not have enough money to solve them. I believe the great philosopher Ariana Grande taught us that. So one, I think he's nuts, but to not take $700,000. I don't begrudge David for exactly the reason he said is like, why do you guys show up for work? Because you get paid.
Right.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I begrudge David for saying his team and referring to them as them.
Right.
That's when I was out with him. That's when I agree with Karmazin. So the hey, I showed up because they made my structure or we made my structure, so I got this big amount of money. I don't have any problem with that. I wish as a fan that Aaron would have came because I think it would have made my team better. I don't know that it's material better, but it's in some non-0%. But at the same time, I don't begrudge him either. These guys are all individual contractors. Do whatever you want for your money because it's your money. Because the team will. So I don't ever have a problem, even with players I do or don't like, doing something for money. As far as private islands, because then I'll end this in a non-brief and brilliant way. Tausch, when you should take Sarah to that private island, you got 7 days, kid. Happy early birthday,
birthday
Sarah
time.
Tauscher.
Yep. Birthday time. Yeah.
Take care. Be good.
Shares it with someone else. Great. That's. I always remember that. Ron, before you go. So would you rather?
He's already
you're
gone.
He's already. He
left.
He said, "Take care, be good." That's his cue that he's
being
leaving.
mindful of the clock, is what he's being.
I had a question for him, but that's fine. We'll move on.
Well, I don't know what the question was, but we'll maybe explore it. Maybe Ron will call back at the 10 o'clock hour, which begins in 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Welcome to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'd like 9 windows, please. I'm hoping they'll match my home.
Have it your way.
Excuse me? We're talking about windows, right?
Yes. Pella's design options are virtually limitless, even more customized than your coffee.
So you're like my personal barista for windows and doors.
Exactly. And if you customize your order by August 31st, you can bundle and save big.
Good deal.
Get started today at PellaWI.com.
Hey, this is Craig Karmazin. Join Kyle Wallace and me every Sunday morning for Sunday Karma on a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Mandatory minicamp day 1 in the books. Day 2 taking place today for the Green Bay Packers up in Titletown. Plenty to dissect from yesterday, including the first wow throw, according to Jason Wilde, from quarterback Jordan Love in any of the Packers practices. Also, Jair Alexander willingly passing on $700,000, not showing up to OTAs. Check it all out. ESPN Packers reporter Rob Demovsky with all the latest over at ESPNWisconsin.com. Of course, plenty of conversation continuing this morning on Wilde and Tausch right here on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand. Baseball, tough one for the Brewers again last night in Minnesota. First of a 2-game series. Brewers entered the bottom of the 9th with a 5-3 lead. They lost the game 7-5 on a walk-off home run by Carlos Correa. Devin Williams did not even record 1 out in his appearance in the 9th inning.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
I've been grinding so long, been trying it for years. And I got nothing to show, just climbing this rope right here. And if there's a man upstairs, he kept bringing me rain. But I've been sending up prayers and something's changed. I think I finally found my hallelujah.
Packers at the podium in Lambeau Field. And he says, quote, I thought we had an outstanding offseason all in all. We're further ahead than we've really ever been here in terms of the conditioning standpoint. Great, you got a bunch of young guys that are in good shape. Is that what that means?
That's a great sign. You don't hear coaches very often say, "Yeah, we had a crappy offseason and
everybody's
our guys
out of
are
shape."
fat and out of shape. Yeah, coaches didn't do a very good job of implementing stuff. That typically does not. Those are things usually not said.
He also said that they'll be at a heavy jog-through speed throughout today's practice like they were yesterday. Going back to the beginning of the show, which if you missed it, catch up on Wisconsin On Demand, presented by Grubel Offices. One call, that's all. Thanks to David and his team for supporting the show and for supporting Wisconsin On Demand. Grubel Offices, one call, that's all. The reason why the throw by Jordan Love yesterday stood out so much is it was also one of the few plays that was at full speed. So, Tausch, for a young team that is transitioning, does it surprise you that, he didn't cancel the mini camp? Like, there's other coaches around the league who have canceled the last week OTAs, or in the Jets' case, they're not having their final week of their offseason because they report to camp early for the Hall of Fame game. Does it surprise you that we're in jog-through mode for the mini camp, and that's how they're ending the offseason program, with two kind of jog-through practices and then a team bonding activity?
Yeah, it does, and especially with a team as young as you have. I think this is one of the things that we've overcorrected. It's not as if injuries have dropped precipitously by doing things at half speed or a quarter speed. You can't practice football half speed. You can go through blitz pickups and you can go through, all of your mental part of it, but you still have to go out and do football stuff. I don't like that. I think there's a lot of teams that don't have that approach. Green Bay recently has adopted more of that, and I love the fact that player safety is more important as far as how people are drawing up their plans. But I don't love some of the processes in the fact that you need to compete. You can't compete at half speed. And even though there's not pads, I'm an old school cat, though. So you take my bias involved. I just don't think you can do football stuff. You have jog-throughs. They're pre-practice.
Mm-hmm.
You go over all that stuff, so then you can let it rip and see how guys react, and you get a better evaluation. But that's not where Matt LaFleur's at within his system. He knows a heck of a lot more about it than I do. All I can go from a player's perspective, you get a heck of a lot more out of doing things full speed, understanding, passing off stunts and blitz pickups. It's all great doing that stuff, slow motion, jog through, so you can see it and understand it. You got to go. So, no, I don't like it a bit. And maybe that's why there's no fans, because they don't want fans watching jog-throughs. That could be one of the excuses that the Packers have for not opening it up to their fans.
All right, so we're going to play trivia next. So we've spent the entire show talking about the minicamp and whether it's Love or Jair or Bakhtiari or Rodgers' double standard yesterday that we discussed with the New York, with his new team versus his old team. Bottom line this for me, because you're the only person who on this program who has finished an off-season program and embarked on that 5-week sabbatical from football when you recharge your batteries. And as you've talked about, you get to the 4th of July and you start to feel, okay, training camp is coming, and then you start smelling the grass or whatever it is you would say that week before camp opens. Do you think they walk away from this really feeling good about all they accomplished and how ready they are for camp? Or do you think that's what you say because you're supposed to say that, and they really have no idea just where they're at? Did you have a lot of seasons where you knew what you were coming out of the offseason program and felt like you had a really good handle on what training camp would look like? And did you also have seasons where you're like, I don't know what the heck's going to happen here?
No, I think you always feel good about being ready for training camp. And nobody is thinking where, boy, May and June really has positioned us, our team, to be the world champions. You just want to get your work in. And you want to be prepped so that when you get to training camp and go through the grind of that you're ready for it and you have the young guys ready for it. So if you don't hear what Matt LaFleur just said in the press conference and you don't hear what players are talking positively, you have no chance. So every team, doesn't matter if you're the Houston Texans in Tier 5 of the AFC or Green Bay, Tier 3 or 4 in the NFC, everybody is believing that this can be their year. Even though I think some people have stronger beliefs than others, it's just about getting prepared and trying to be as ready as you can for what is coming. And this 5-6 week period of time is all about just building up, getting you so mentally you know what you're going to be up for when you do put pads on and you start playing real football.
Quick tweet from our friend Rob Domofsky, who's at the press conference. Safe to say LaFleur is tired of hearing the "can you finally run the Matt LaFleur offense" question now that Jordan Love is QB1. To be honest, I don't know what that means. It's always been our offense. I understand he's tired of that, but I think that's like one of the biggest questions people have, right? Like, it's the thing that a lot of people are interested in is Matt LaFleur get to be running an offense that he designed or that he has adjusted from his time with Shanahan, from his time with Sean McVay, and he doesn't have the 4-time NFL MVP doing what he wants to do instead. Right?
Yeah, there's coaches don't like narratives that are not positive to them. That narrative sucks for Matt LaFleur. I understand why he doesn't want that. But if he's trying to tell me that this offense is going to be really similar to what Aaron Rodgers did last year, nobody believes that. Matt LaFleur has certain things he wants to do. He had to acquiesce to his MVP quarterback. He's not going to be doing a ton of now, is he going to try and find things that Jordan's really good at and he likes?
Oh, yeah,
yes.
no doubt. Right.
But within his system. Matt LaFleur is not interested in rehashing. He doesn't want to talk about what it used to be. He understands the questions. He doesn't try to be a jerk about it. But I promise you he's sick and tired of hearing about it. He doesn't want to hear about the Aaron Rodgers system. He doesn't want to hear about all that. It's we're moving forward. I would say I'm putting a moratorium on all Rodgers talk once the first day of training camp starts. I'm not doing it. Not talking about this. It's going to be Jordan Love, our offense. You guys can ask questions. I'm done. Stop. I wouldn't even entertain it. I would say, all right, you guys can ask all the Aaron Rodgers questions you want. I ain't answering them. This is a new era. We're moving forward. We're done. And if you continue to ask, I will give you a one-word answer, nope, or whatever it is. And if you want to waste your question there, great, do it. I'm done with it because we're moving forward with this offense, which is our offense, but it's my offense. It's the reason I was hired to be this coach is because Kyle Shanahan and all the other stuff that was successful, I'm bringing those fundamentals to this system. This is supposed to be an easy quarterback system to help quarterbacks grow into it. That's what is needed now. That is not what was needed when I was hired with Aaron Rodgers. That's the end of the story because you could tell he's sick of it, and I hope Domofsky keeps asking him.
Well, if he's going to put a moratorium on the first day of training camp, we now know what day that will be. Rookies, which there's a lot of them, quarterbacks and injured players are reporting to camp on July 21st. And Matt LaFleur just announced the first training camp practice will be July 25th. July 25th for the start of Packers training camp. So the moratorium may begin then. We need to play trivia now. It's Wednesday.
That's a Tuesday they're starting training camp. July 25th.
Got a lot of work to do.
Tuesday. Huh.
We'll see you that Tuesday. Jesse, what's today's category? I think I have a pretty good idea since it's Wednesday.
You know what day it is. Tausch gets to play along on Wisconsin Geography Wednesday.
Caller 13, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Wisconsin Geography Wednesday Trivia. Caller 13 will play next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Olson Toon has been customizing both residential and commercial outdoor living spaces since 1997. Matt Hamilton here from ESPN Madison. For over 50 years of combined experience in their management and design teams, Olson Toon has become one of Wisconsin's premier building and landscaping outdoor living firms. Landscaping and maintenance, irrigation, concrete work, pools, and more. If you have an outdoor living need, Olson Toon is here to help. Go to olsontoon.com to get started on your home project today. That's olsontoon.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Are you dreaming of a new look? Let the pros at 5 Star Painting bring color to your world, to your interior, exterior, cabinets, and more. We make it easy with online scheduling, free on-site estimates, and a dedicated project manager on every job. Uneasy about hiring a contractor? We know, we've been there. 5 Star Painting is customer-focused and quality-driven, exceeding expectations every time. Call or visit 5starpainting.com today. 5 Star Painting, a neighborly company.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Mark Tosher here for Chalmers Jewelers. Well, it's always a good time to get that special someone in your life a beautiful gift. And when I'm in need of a new piece of jewelry, Chalmers Jewelers is my go-to place. Whether I want a timeless classic or a one-of-a-kind piece, Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison has just what I'm looking for. My life has been made so much easier thanks to the great team over at Chalmers Jewelers, and is the reason I keep going back for more. Visit chalmersjewelers.com to find your perfect new piece of jewelry today.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. Looking for a team to play for in the spring and summer of 2024? Rays tryouts begin in July and August, and sign-ups are open now. Since 2010, the Rays have developed over 370 college players, including over 140 players committed to Division I baseball and 17 MLB draft picks. Rays Baseball. Raise your game.
Brunch is back at all the Madison area Great Dane pubs. Every Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Enjoy a robust brunch menu, ranging from the classic Daner's breakfast to the Playa burrito, and everything sweet and savory in between. And featuring specialty mimosas, cocktails, and mocktails, it's everything you'd expect from brunch at the Great Dane. Check it out on Saturdays and Sundays at your favorite spot, downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, or East Madison. For more information, head to GreatDanePub.com/brunch. Pick your pub and let's do brunch.
Show me the love.
Jordan Love is in a position where the NFC, it is wide open. He is better than anyone expects. He can be a Pro Bowl quarterback.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns go. Everybody knows I got the magic in me. When I hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me. Now everybody wants a blast of magic.
Time for some trivia. Oh, yeah. Tausch may love Wednesday Wisconsin geography trivia. I love a first-time contestant. We've got another one. Let's welcome him in. It is Brian and Valders. There's a little Wisconsin geography trivia for you. Where's Valders, Tausch?
It's right over by Manitowoc.
Brian, would you say that he's correct?
That is correct. About 8 miles west.
No extra entry for you. You'll have to earn them the old-fashioned way. Without Tausch's help, but sort of Tausch playing along. We're still kind of workshopping exactly what his role can legally be in accordance with the rules at ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Nevertheless,
we do love the rules.
Yeah, especially if you actually read them. Wisconsin Geography Wednesday, question number 1, Brian. What is the name of the island located approximately 7 miles off the northeast tip of Door County? Is that called Washington Island, Lincoln Island, or Revis Island?
Or Bora Bora?
That is Washington. That is Washington Island.
Or Fuji.
That's correct. Hey, so if he's on the video stream, am I allowed to shake my head yes, no, or indifferent?
Yeah, I would probably avoid that just in case. We don't.
Oh, okay.
Who
I
knows?
didn't know for sure.
I don't know.
I was kind of
a gray area.
Although I guess that would be an incentive for fans to join us on the video stream, is that you could tip your hat, but we wouldn't want to skate the rules like that.
All right, well, I'll just kind of play it by ear.
You're gonna do like you're a baseball coach, or are you gonna do like
pull
third
my
base
beard
coach
if it's,
signs?
yes.
Steal, bunt.
Shake my nose if it's no.
If you
Yeah,
could
I'll
just
do that.
exhibit
nose
like,
is no.
You could just exhibit like 7 seconds of patience, and then you could explain what you believe the answer to be, rather than nodding along as Jason reads the answers.
All right, I'll try my
Hey,
best.
you do you. You do you. Question 2, Brian.
That's okay. I'm not on video.
There you go. Thank
Come
you
on,
for your
Brian.
honesty.
Why not?
Jesse's putting all this work in, Brian. Come on.
Oh, he's driving a truck.
Oh, he's in a truck. Love it.
All right.
Love it. Safety first. So
All right, Brian. Question 2, since we know now you won't see Tausch nodding along. Latitudinally, which of these prairies is located farthest south? Farthest south. Is it Sauk Prairie, Pleasant Prairie, or Sun Prairie?
I'm going to go Pleasant Prairie.
And for the record,
I
Tausch
agree.
was stoic during those answers, not reacting to any of them, and that is correct. 2 for 2. Brian, where are you driving right now, by the way? We heard you blow the horn, which I know Tausch's kids would have loved. It seems like this is a good day for someone who drives a truck to join the show and join trivia, because you probably get around a little bit driving around the state.
I do get around a lot. I am parked on the south side of Chevegas.
Nice. Nice. Not to be confused with Osh Vegas.
Well,
All right. All right, Brian. Clean sweep opportunity here, with or without Tausch's help. Question 3. Bayport High School, home of the Pirates, is located in which of these cities outside of Green Bay? Is it Howard, Suamico, or Allouay? Tausch looks like a bobblehead. He nodded, and he didn't want to nod.
I think it's Howard.
Tausch?
I don't think so.
Tausch?
What are the other
I'm
two
gonna,
choices?
I'm going to need some help from Tausch.
Yeah.
Let me get some
Can I
help
phone
from
a friend?
Tausch.
For the record, the answer is locked
Yeah.
in at Howard.
Yeah, what are the other two? Alloway and Swamico?
Correct, yeah.
I thought it was Ashwaubenon, so I'm going to say Alloway is the right answer.
Wow. A rare situation where you're both wrong.
Ah, that is interesting.
So, Jesse, explain this because I don't want to have to go through a fact-checking mission again. It is Bayport High School is the high school for the Howard Swamico School District.
It is located, the address is on Lineville Road in Swamico.
Okay.
So the question stating, home of the Pirates, Bayport High School is located in which city? It is located in Swamico.
Indeed. That is correct. You are right. Just wanted everyone to hear why you are right, because they do also serve the Howard community. All right. Brian, thanks for pulling over. Thanks for not cheating by watching Tausch nod on the video stream. And thanks for playing for the first time. You got 2 out of 3 right. That means you got 3 of the possible 4 entries into Friday's drawing. We appreciate your loyalty to the show, buddy. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for your service, guys.
All he was missing was the Brett Favre "Love you guys," and he would have nailed pretty much everything that we do around here. Speaking of things that we do around here, we talk to Uncle Homer every Wednesday. He is scheduled to appear next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Free Food Friday on 100.5 ESPN Madison is brought to you by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. North and South is Madison's favorite spot for smokehouse barbecue and seafood. With craft cocktails, authentic wood-fried smokehouse items, and excellent seafood, you can't go wrong. Visit one of their 3 locations in the Madison area today, or have North and South cater your next event. Head to eatnorthandsouth.com for more information.
Welcome to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'd like 9 windows, please. I'm hoping they'll match my home.
Have it your way.
Excuse me? We're talking about windows, right?
Yes. Pella's design options are virtually limitless, even more customized than your coffee.
So you're like my personal barista for windows and doors.
Exactly. And if you customize your order by August 31st, you can bundle and save big.
Good deal.
Get started today at PellaWI.com.
LabCorp Clinical Trials is changing to a new name, Fortrea. While the name may be different, Fortrea combines decades of great experience and professionalism with new opportunities for clinical trial participation. It's more than a mission and more than a new name. Fortrea is dedicated to moving healthcare forward. To learn more about the future of healthcare and upcoming clinical trials, visit us at FortreaClinicalTrials.com. That's FORTREA clinicaltrials.com.
This summer is packed.
ESPN Madison's Packed Summer Series kicks off with the return of Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel. Tune into ESPN Madison social channels every day from June 12th through 16th for exclusive green and gold content. It's Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel all week long starting at noon on ESPN Madison social channels.
The Club at Lac La Belle is the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin, with a rich history you will feel once you arrive. Experience a round at the Club at Lac La Belle. The redesigned course is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at clubatlaclabelle.com. This is a golf destination that you will want to play over and over again, and enjoy fine dining and event space after your round. An historic past meets a vibrant future. Go to clubatlaclabelle.com to start your journey.
For over 50 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County has matched local youth with adult mentors in lasting and impactful one-on-one relationships. If you or a friend are interested in everything that big mentorship means, then attend the Big Social at Kiva Sports Center on Thursday, June 22nd from 5 to 7 p.m. Enjoy a casual atmosphere of games and fun while mingling with current and future bigs passionate about making a lasting impact on the lives of local kids. Visit their Facebook page or go to bbbsmadison.org to learn more and sign up today.
Homer on Wilde and Tausch is presented by Olson Toon. Since their founding in 1997, Olson Toon has become one of Wisconsin's premier design, build, landscaping, and outdoor living firms. Go to olsontoon.com to get started on your outdoor living project today.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right.
Do you know what that music means? You hear him every weekday 2 to 4 on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee alongside the Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith on Homer and Tony. He is the voice of Marquette men's basketball on the Marquette Men's Basketball Radio Network. And I don't know, is he still doing God Talk? Haven't had a lot of buzz lately about the Lord and Uncle Homer. Gotta find out. He is Steve the Homer. True Homer, good morning. How are you?
Awesome, and yes, we do God Talk. We're working on promotion end of it. We're working on Gary Player. He's going to be the golfer in the future. So we got some potentially big hitters, but we're trying to work on promotion. So,
well, I would tell you this, and I'll try and put in a good word for you. But at the end of a conversation I was having with Jordan Love the other day, he wears these, remember the old yellow Live Strong rubber band wrist bracelets? He wears two of them. One is black with white writing, one is white with black writing, and they say, "I am second," which I have to be honest, I thought, well, hopefully you're third, right? You're the third Hall of Fame quarterback in a row. But it is, "I am second," and Jesus is first. So he might be an interesting guest for you.
That would be great potential. Somebody who just did one recently said that in order to get ready, they had listened to yours and wanted you to know that they thought it was fantastic.
Well, that's nice of them to say. I want you're an
Tausch, of course, will never do one. We know that.
Yes, right? We've established that. We know.
All right. Okay.
No, if Jason goes to Lac La Belle and plays golf, I'll do God Talk with you.
Whoa! Nice job, Tausch.
Yep, wow. I'll be more than happy to do it.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
awesome.
that might be a motivator for Homer. I'm not sure that's a motivator for me.
Yeah.
All right, Homer, I need your help with something because you and I and Tony have talked about this a lot. You know, Tony's always wanting to hear about wow throws that Jordan Love makes. And I've been telling you guys that I haven't seen enough of him. I've seen some good throws that he's made this offseason, but throughout my time watching him, that has been a rare occurrence. And yesterday there was one. And I tweeted about it. And not that I had tweet regret by any means, but for me, keeping it in perspective, it was a great play that I thought people would want to know about. Do I think it means that all is hunky-dory and he's going to be awesome and there's nothing to worry about at the quarterback position? No, I don't. But in our conversation, and Tausch, I don't want to misrepresent your position, but this is not a big deal. Yeah, big deal. Yes or no?
I don't think it's a big deal, no.
Yeah, I'll join that club.
Right. At the same time, when you tweet something out like this, the fan base starts to feel like it's a big deal. So
I don't know. That's not your job.
Thank you. Thank you. Because I didn't want to create a false impression that everything's great. And I don't think tweeting that one great throw was made does that. In fact, my thought was, as Lizzo once sang, it's about damn time, and we need to see more and more. And if this is the first of many to come, then that is awesome. But based on the reaction, my favorite one was, Wilde is on the love train. That was my favorite reply.
Oh, no, we're going back to tweets. Okay, all right, yeah.
No. We're not doing what I normally do with Twitter. But just because I pointed out that he made a great play, which is a great thing for everyone involved, it doesn't mean that he's arrived. It means he made one great play.
Of course.
And your hope is that it's the start of more of them.
But you can't prevent people from overreacting because of what's going on. You just have to tell them
Well, you
what
don't
you
tweet
saw.
it. Yeah, no, you can. You don't tweet it.
So you don't think I should have tweeted it at all? Is that your position?
No,
Yeah.
no. But to act as if people aren't going to overreact, you know what you're doing.
Correct.
The
but
same
you still
respect if
tweet it. You can't let them control your behavior because they're going to overreact.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Then you want him to tweet it out.
Yeah, I do. But to say I don't want you to overreact to it, well, no, that's fans get to do with it what they want, and fans want
everybody
to think
should know. Yeah, everything is going to be an overreaction with Jordan Love. Everything.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Correct. Yes, just like the internet, just like Twitter.
So for all the time we have spent on your show, and you know that Tony is always looking for these throws, from your perspective as someone who wasn't there, and now you've heard about this throw, and I'm not the only one who talked about it,
right.
What, if anything, does it mean to you as someone who, along with Tony, has been waiting to hear about a wow throw from me? I mean, that's the phrase I always use, right? You've heard it a million times.
Yeah.
So how do you take it?
One wow. Good. There'd been none. Now there's one. So we got one wow. Okay.
And to me, it's almost in some ways a negative. And I know that that's going to irritate people.
It's going to irritate me. How is it a negative? It's a positive. He threw a wow.
Because it's only been one, Homer. That's what Jason's saying. It's only been once.
Right.
That's why
Fine,
it's a negative.
It's one.
4 years.
You know what it was before? 0. Now he's got 1. That's a positive.
He's doubled it. Yeah, he's doubled it.
How is it not a positive?
He's increased
It's a really
it,
good point. He's doubled 0 to 1 is doubling.
The negative that you see is the fear that people are going to overreact. And you can't do that. It's forget that it was Jordan Love. Go back and think of what it was if it was somebody else. And
Matt
the great
Flynn.
thing about you is Matt Flynn, you'd say, hey, you had a wow. You just report what you see and your impact and how people react to it. You can't control, and that's even more so now than ever before. It is out of control. And you can't prevent that. But, I look at it as, hey, Jason said it's a wow. That's good.
You're right. Yep. You're right. At the same time, the other person we've spent a lot of time talking about this morning is Jair Alexander. You're kind of a unique character, free spirit, independent thinker. Yeah, you.
A visionary.
Visionary. That's the word I was looking for, yes. Visionary or idiot sometimes, yeah.
Fine, that's the case. Visionaries live with that. Many are not fully appreciated till long after they're dead. I understand all those things. Part of the territory.
How do you view Jair Alexander?
Not as good. He's kind of in the Clark mode. They've made him like the best cornerback in the NFL. What? He's not that good. Get some interceptions. Make us feel like the field tilts. if he was not with the Packer, given how high he's touted, I would say he might be one of the most overrated players in the NFL. But I don't know. I just, you know, he's not as good as he's presented. But he's good. I just don't think he's that good.
Wow,
You
I have
feel
to think.
like when Jair Alexander, man, something great's going to happen. He's going to do something. He's going to, just like you did with Woodson, right?
Oh, he's not Charles Woodson.
Okay.
But very few people are. Do you remember, again, you can pick spots, just like Jason picked the throw yesterday, the wow. Do you recall when the Minnesota Vikings came in here last December, leading the division, got it wrapped up, best receiver in football by most accounts outside of Devontae, and Jair Alexander said, no more. I'm going to shut down Justin Jefferson, and that's what he did?
Right.
And that doesn't leave any type of mark on your outlook on him?
No, it does leave a mark, but you left out the beginning of the season. Why do you leave that one out?
Well, he didn't get to cover him. He's begging to cover him, and Joe Barry said no.
I will defer to Tony Smith on that, and he will tell you, no, you go tell him, I'm covering. If Jair Alexander was what he says he is or what people think he is, it does work with some players. Yes, it does. Ask Woodson if it worked with him. If you are as good as Jair says he is and people say he is, it does work like that. And so that it occurred all the way. So then if it's then Barry should have been fired for not using him. You call Tony and let him talk to you about this. But yeah, that's a plus. I didn't say he's good. He's good, but do you think he's that good?
So
you feel like when you go on the defense gets out there, you go, all I know is this dude is special. Well, he's really good, but I don't think he's shown and done things.
So this is
wow plays.
Yeah, this is wow plays. We're back to those.
Wow.
I find myself. You've given me pause. Tausch, you have talked about Jair Depoy for quite a while. Then obviously he had the shoulder injury. And I would say that the beginning of last season, if you think back to it, between his reticence about tackling, and he did get beat on some plays, which I understand all cornerbacks do. Do we think Jair Alexander is better than he actually is? Are we biased because he's a pack? Like, if he was some other team's corner, would we think, yeah, that guy's good or very good, but he's not as great as we seem to think he is as a Packer? This is causing me to stop and think.
Well, that's always a good thing. When you cover a team and talk about a team as much as we do, you're obviously going to be more educated on it. I don't think nationally Jair Alexander is looked at the way we look at him. He is not in the Charles Woodson, Darrelle Revis. He still has to prove more to more people. Mm-hmm. Is he a shutdown, really good cornerback in this league? Absolutely is. He's the highest, if not the second or top-paid corner in the entire league, and Green Bay decided to do that, and they don't do that for everybody. They do that when the talent forces you to do it. But does he need to be better this year? I thought in year 2, I think that was year 2, before he jacked his shoulder up,
19.
I thought he was playing at an unbelievable, flying around, reckless with his body, and then he got hurt. And I don't know if he has reclaimed that part of it yet. So that's why I would pause. I still think he is a top 5 corner in this league. I think he is an impact player, and I think he needs to be the dog and that he needs. And if you look at last season, when he wasn't playing at that level or given the opportunity to, the defense wasn't as good. When they let him eat, the defense got a lot better. That's what they need. They need to showcase him and put him in a position to be that guy. That's on Joe Barry, and it's on Jair, and that's what is going to happen. And he'll either get exposed as not being as good as we think, or he's going to be exposed as, y'all have criminally underrated me nationally. That's how I think this is going to play.
Yeah, I'll join that club. You can call Terrell Buckley. He'll certainly say that his former student or player at Louisville is
protege.
As great as everybody thinks. Yeah, protege. No, it's not his protege. He can't do interceptions.
He had 4 last year. That's a lot.
Had 2 in an NFC Championship game.
He did indeed, and they didn't do anything with them. We'll do more with Uncle Homer coming up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. Well, have you made your plans yet for any big summer road trips? Heading up to a Northwoods cabin, across the state for a big sports tournament, or out of town for a wedding weekend? Well, whatever road trip you're planning, it's a good idea before you go to take advantage of the detailing service over at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. The interior detail is the deep clean you know your car needs. God, do I know our car does with all the stinky hockey equipment and baseball. The carpet and upholstery need to be shampooed. Leather, vinyl surfaces are dressed. Interior windows are cleaned from your dash to your doors. Every interior surface gets that thorough cleaning your car needs. And maybe, for us for sure, most importantly, your vehicle gets fully deodorized. And the exterior detail is much more than a car wash. It includes getting rid of tar and bugs, and a light buffing, a wax, a deep cleaning of the wheels, and much, much more. It will make your vehicle feel as new as the day you first drove it off the lot. Check it out. To learn more, go to ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. It's all in the detail. The fantastic detailing service at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie is the name you can trust.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Big trailers and big opportunities at Stoughton Trailers. Immediate openings at the Broadhead, Evansville, and Stoughton locations. Assemblers, forklift drivers, and more. Apply at stojobs.com. A reigning freshman phenom for the Wisconsin basketball team will represent his country later this week in California. Connor Esijan, who averaged over 11 points per game in his freshman campaign for the Badgers, will represent the Armenian national team during the Armenian Basketball Classic against France on June 16th at Cal State Northridge in California. Esijan will make his debut for Armenia against the 5th-ranked globally France team in back-to-back nights at the Armenian Basketball Classic in California.
Pella's window and door design options are virtually limitless. Customize your order by August 31st, and you could bundle and save big at PellaWI.com.
Stoughton Health provides comprehensive and compassionate care to Stoughton community and the entire Madison area. From our sports rehab facilities in Oregon and Stoughton to our renowned ortho team with Dr. Ravel, Stoughton Health can help. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
A year from now, the U.S. Open will return to Pinehurst Resort and Donald Ross's masterpiece, Pinehurst No. 2. Named by the USGA as the U.S. Open's first anchor site, Pinehurst is home to 9 championship golf courses, the Cradle Short Course, and 4 historic hotels. Before the game's best players are faced with the famed turtleback greens that Ross nestled into the sandhills of North Carolina, you can test your game against one of the world's best courses at Pinehurst. It is someone's U.S. Open every day. Visit Pinehurst.com now to plan your stay.
Show us your Guinness, Wisconsin. You could be golfing for free.
It's in the hole!
Guinness wants to send you to the course with Dad. Tee Off with Dad is going on now, and you could win a round of golf or 2 this summer at the Bridges Golf Course or the Meadows of 6 Mile Creek. Stop by and enjoy a pint at World of Beer, Club Lamarck, Tanner's, or the Silver Eagle Bar and Grill. While there, scan the QR code to enter. It's Tee Off with Dad from Guinness. Good things come to those who wait.
Like, share, and follow ESPN Madison everywhere. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for more great content from ESPN Madison. This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. You're making love or starting the schoolyard fight. Make sure you do it right.
Some breaking news from Mark Tauscher. Well, from Daniel Greenberg. Chicago Bears quarterback Justin Fields will be doing a football camp this weekend in France.
Oui, oui.
With Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson and Green Bay Packers quarterback Jordan Love. Very big in France, the Packers' new QB1. I have looked this up. It's true. Sunday, June 18th, in Tausch, you've been to France, right? U.S. Métropole de Transport Paris. How'd I do? Not very well?
You nailed it. Yeah, you crushed it.
Mm-hmm. It is the QB Takeover football camp in Paris, France. Homer, have you ever been to France?
I have. I was in Nice, France. I played in a tennis tournament there. That was short. It was my first ever trip to a beach that was topless, and I wanted to let everybody know that it's way overrated. Way more people are topless than should be topless. But that's my
Not enough
swim shirts. Not enough swim shirts, huh?
You think it's... Never mind.
Wow.
So you got topless beaches, and you got topless ballet that Tausch went to, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the France trip?
Yeah, there was nudity, yes.
Mm-hmm.
There was.
I'm not going to ask about this camp. So is that a big thing there? Like, I've never been. I've always wanted to go.
I visited in Nice, I think it is. I also had a memorable moment warming up with a player who was about 40. This was on clay courts, which I had not played much in the United States. We had for about 10 minutes, and we come up to the net, and I had been told that he played in the French Open twice. He says, True, isn't that your name? I go, yeah. He goes, do you have any idea what you're doing out here? I go, no. He goes, it's pretty clear. So we went back and hit some more.
All right, so since we have two tennis players on the panel, as much as I wanted to talk about Jordan Love going to France, now I'm curious.
Why not? Jordan Love is a yes. Must have the same agent. What? There's,
Yeah. Interesting for a rivalry where there's
who's
a
going to
Bears.
have a better year this year? Who's going to have a better year this year? That's a great topic.
Question.
Yes,
it is.
Sounds like a prize pick.
I think the Green Bay Packers roster is much better than the Chicago Bears roster. Like, much better. But Justin Fields has proven Jordan Love will throw for more. Justin Fields will run for more.
By the way, I want to give you a prize picks. They had a freebie that you had to pick 6 and get them right, and you automatically win at no charge. I don't know if you took advantage of that. I went WNBA. I did. Wow. So I picked 6. I pick all of them under, and one person goes over. I was 5
less,
6,
more or less, though. Homer,
the girl from Boston. I think she was the star at South Carolina. I think. But anyway, everybody else went. I would have. Oh, baby, I could have been. But again, emphasize prize picks, free money.
Yeah.
Cost me nothing.
A lot of opportunities for sure.
Yes.
A lot of fun opportunities.
Sorry, go back to. But Fields more. You say that Love will have more yards throwing. Wow.
Yeah, Justin Fields is not a great thrower of the football. They're going to design plays for him to run.
Correct.
And, yeah, they have a number one now. They picked up old boy from Carolina, and that's great. But, again, where I think everybody keeps missing the boat is you have a good offensive line in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Jets do not. And unless the Bears made a ton of picks and have gotten a lot better, they're not going to be that much better up front either. That's your
that
difference.
Up front could mean
that's why I like
no,
Jordan Love in a better spot.
Well, but that up front could mean more running for the Green Bay Packers too, could it not?
Oh, it definitely will. But that gives you
cut down on
Christian Watson over the top for a quick 60 yards at the Hudson Center, and those are easy, free, cheap yards that you're getting. So I think the Bears, I don't know what the name of the dude was that got after everybody. Packer fans are idiots and all this other stuff that guy said. I think it's fun that the rivalry, because Green Bay doesn't have its guy, at least we don't know yet, Bears fans have been emboldened. And I think that's a great thing because you know what's really fun? To suck all of that enthusiasm and crush their souls again with another new quarterback. I think that will make this even more fun than if it would have been another year Aaron Rodgers beating their brakes.
If Jordan Love owns the Bears, that'll hurt like no pain they've ever experienced since. I don't know how far you have to go back.
All right, so I know we're going to say goodbye to Homer in a second, but you're referring to Justin Jones is his name, who I have to be honest,
no one knows his name.
I was not familiar with him until he popped off yesterday and called Packers fans names, including one that I don't think we can replay when we kick off the 11 o'clock hour. But we now have, and Tausch, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you have at times, dare I say, bemoaned the buddy-buddiness of the NBA. Am I accurately depicting your pick?
No, it totally sucks. Yeah, it sucks.
So Jordan Love and Justin Fields traveling to France together to do a camp, though, okay?
No, I don't care about that. Because I guarantee you they want to beat their heads in. Like, I guarantee Justin Fields is wanting to prove he's better than Jordan Love and vice versa.
Well, Justin Jones.
Well, you're going to be disappointed with the Packers because they're never going to be the way you want, Tausch, with LaFleur as the head coach. That's not how he rolls.
What do you mean I'm not? What do you mean I won't like that?
They're not going to be like that. He's not that way. Whatever you don't like is the way he is. There's no, bulletin board material, all that stuff. That's not LaFleur. LaFleur's smart. So any wish
who does,
of that,
though?
Who?
Jair Alexander does it. Rasul Douglas will do it.
Okay.
David Bakhtiari will do it.
Yeah.
There's guys that will now.
Except David Bakhtiari's bulletin board material is about his own team. Calling them they and saying they're rebuilding.
That's not a fair assessment. Homer, I just had a buddy text me, more total yards.
Jair had 5 interceptions last year. I think you said 4. I think he had 5.
Okay, he had another one. More total yards, Fields or Love, if you have to bet, who you picking?
So passing,
yards,
receiving, rushing.
Total yards. Because
Fields, whatever you want.
Yeah, that's why I can't make, as much as I like taking his money, I can't do that because it would be a really dumb bet. Passing yards, I'll take Jordan Love. Total yards, Justin Fields is a stud as a runner. I mean, we saw him scamper, 50, 60 yards in that Packer game. I don't like that. I can't make that wager. Passing, I'll take it. Total, that ain't a good bet.
I joined your club again. Plus, please don't rip the Oakland A's anymore. They will not even have the worst record in baseball this year. The Kansas City Royals are now only a game better than the Oakland A's. I apologize to the A's. You are not historically bad. I was there second row, 9 home Friday. And you can make money picking Oakland to win more games than people think they're going to.
When did the Brewers play the Royals? Jesse would like to circle that on his calendar.
I think they did already.
Nice.
Thanks, Homer. I'll talk to you at 2:15. That is Steve the Homer True. You can listen to him each weekday, 2 to 4 on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, alongside Tony Smith, the Marquette Hall of Famer. Our Hall of Famer, the Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher, and I will discuss this Justin Jones fellow and hear what he had to say, which I assume Jesse's got his beep button ready. We'll do that to kick off the 11 o'clock hour, and we'll do it in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by 5 Star Painting, your residential and commercial professional painters for interiors, exteriors, kitchen cabinets, decks, and fences. Check them out, 5starpainting.com. Day 2 of minicamp taking place today up in Green Bay following day 1, which took place yesterday of the 3-day event. Of course, tomorrow, no practice. They'll do a team bonding event. Head coach Matt LaFleur speaking at the podium this morning, but also spoke yesterday, talked about the team being in great condition heading into minicamp this season, especially compared to years past.
In comparison to years past, I think we're in better shape physically. Really setting our habits, our practice standards has been exceptional. I think the work ethic's been great, the energy, the attitude, all the things that our guys are in total control of.
Check out plenty more over at ESPNWisconsin.com, including a wow throw from Jordan Love in practice yesterday, hitting Christian Watson, and Jair Alexander passing on an extra $700,000 just to show up to OTAs. Rob Domofsky's got all the latest. Check it out. ESPNWisconsin.com.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
O'clock hour. Wilde and Tausch. Thanks to Homer. Always fun to talk with him. If you missed it, catch up on Wisconsin On Demand. Presented by Grubel Offices. One call, that's all. All right. Raise your hand if you knew who Justin Jones was.
I did not.
I still don't, honestly.
Justin Jones made some waves yesterday. Jesse, you have this. I don't want to get you in trouble with the FCC. You are a stickler for the rules. This has been cleaned up by your incredible editing skills. Is that correct?
Somebody else did it, but yes. The audio has been cleaned up, so he can't say all the naughty, potty mouth words that Pat McAfee and others like to say.
Just for the record, by the way, this tells you, and Tausch, I know you played a thankless job during your 11-year career a lot of times. Justin Jones is in his 6th NFL season, and he has started during his career 52 games.
Yeah.
He's got 7.5 career sacks, 24 career tackles for loss. But he can talk a good game. And that's what he did yesterday here during the Bears minicamp is Justin Jones talking about his feelings for the Green Bay Packers.
I wish he played one more year with Green Bay, honestly. We went up there and we played a pretty good game. They got away from us at the end, obviously, and they won, but their fans are really Yeah, I wanted to go back up there and I wanted to play him and I wanted to beat them and I wanted him to be there so you can see it. But the fact that he's gone now, it's cool. I guess it's better for him not to be here. I'm ready to take it over. I mean, it's a good time to be a Bears fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So
this is a follow-up question I never thought I'd ask. In which ways are they?
I mean, man, like just the way that they're just freaking obnoxious, just yelling and all that other stuff about things that don't even matter. We're not even running the play, and you guys are talking about, oh yeah, go Green. Like, what are we even talking? He hasn't even started yet. Like, what are we even talking about here? Like, y'all, half of them don't even know football. It's so weird to me. I'm just ready to go back out there and play, and I want to go out there and I want to beat the hell out of them on their field. I want to hear the boos then. That's what I look forward to.
Slow down. My first piece of advice is slow down, big fella. Talking way too fast. Slow it down. I think, first off, I love passion. I want to. The whole reason we have a job and that people care is there's passion. But you have to kind of understand who you're messing with. Like, I don't mind if you're going after players. I've never understood the, your fans are blank and we played a pretty good game up there.
And then it got away from
score
us.
Last year? It got smoked. So that immediately kind of kills your argument. But I don't mind in fun you're having a little back and forth. This just felt like it was something happened to him up in Green Bay or something. It felt very personal.
Mm-hmm.
Or it felt like he was really trying to get his name out there. When John Randall would talk smack or Sapp or one of these guys that are studs, everybody kind of back to what you were saying about Jair and A-Rod and the differences. There's differences. Some things have more clout than others. This young man, while I'm not going to disparage his career, he's off to a really nice start. 6 years, 52 starts, sacks, and he's making a nice career for himself.
Right.
He's trying to elevate himself. You do that by making plays, and then after you have a game-winning sack, you can come up and say, well, Packer fans don't know blank. Wait a minute. We came in here and we stomped them out. Oh. But it tells you how emboldened people are when you don't have the guy. That's the big takeaway I took from this.
That is exactly right. That is exactly
all
what I
of
thought.
this. All of this other stuff with, everybody can talk smack on fans, but Bears players, their fans, the media, when Rodgers did the whole whoop belt deal and we own you.
I still own you.
They didn't have a comeback because it was true. And nobody said Rodgers should shut his mouth. People said, yeah, that's what it is. The fact that now you finally feel, and this is the feeling teams have when you don't have that guy, you feel like you have a fighting chance.
Emboldened.
That's what Justin Jones is doing here.
So,
and
Tausch,
by the way, everybody is going to have that same feeling until Jordan Love proves otherwise. That the Packers, while they've been winning a ton of games and got 2 championships and all this other stuff, people always worried and felt like it was going to be a monster battle to overcome because of that guy. This cat here is telling you those feelings are gone for now.
So he says that he wishes Rodgers was still there.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
I promise you he doesn't.
He wouldn't have said any of the things he said if Rodgers was still the quarterback.
You know who else is glad he's not there? Matt Eberflus. Justin Fields will say, I'd love to compete against him, but I guarantee you Justin Fields is also thinking, well, I got a lot better shot at having success against these guys than constantly getting our heads beat in and being owned because old boy has left the building.
I mean, you talk about giving hope. This is Aaron Rodgers' departure gives them hope, and it gives Justin Jones the cojones to say what he did. I love the fact that I wish Rodgers was still there so he could see this. No, Because I don't think you're saying this if he's still there. The fact that he's gone is what's given you the platform to say, oh, I sure wish he was still there. No, you don't. Because now you think you got a chance to win. I don't know enough about how things go in the stands, so I would like to take some calls on this. 844-770-3776. Whether you are at Lambeau with Bears fans coming in, or you go down to Soldier Field and you're the visitor, is it ugly in the stands when it's Packers-Bears?
It's. I always looked at it from a player's standpoint there, and again, it's because we played against these guys so many times, Urlacher and Briggs and Hunter and Adewale Ogunle. There's a lot of guys you played a lot of reps against.
Sure.
I always felt like, there was we want to beat your heads in. But there was a respect. I never felt like it was anything other than, man, just great competition.
Right.
Hey, you know what we're doing. We know what you're doing. You're going to audible. We're going to audible. We're going to mess with you. You're going to mess with us. And at the end of it, you'd say, man, you got us today. It was what the NFL was always about to me, this rivalry.
Agreed.
When we played. I always enjoyed it because there was not going to be any, we're going to trick you here. It just line up. We're going to play ball. Whoever's better is going to win. And we knew we had a better quarterback. And that always gave us an advantage. I think the fans, the Bears fans became resigned to the fact that we just always had that ace up our sleeve. And they don't anymore. And Bears fans are more emboldened than ever. So I don't know if that will change the dynamic. I think there's always a fun, friendly, I don't want to say hatred, but a fun, friendly spirit that goes on in the stands. Minnesota, it always felt different to me.
Really?
It just is a different vibe. And that could be for a myriad of reasons, but I think all of that other stuff, this always felt like, because of the history of it, Minnesota was always better and always was much more of a battle than what happened up there. This always feels more respectful than maybe what it does with the Minnesota fans.
Yeah, it's the reason why Brian Urlacher's been on our show a bunch, right? Because you had that spirit of competition and wanting to beat each other, and also that respect. I mean, he talks about his respect for Rodgers, et cetera. I'm just curious because I can't speak for how fans interact in the bleachers. I do get the sense that there are some Bears fans. I mean, the whole "I own you, I still own you" was in reaction. I don't know if I can legally do this on the video anymore. I don't know what the rules are for Facebook.
Just put your
Twitter.
Index finger up. You put your index finger up and say, slide it over one.
Yeah, that's not the finger they were giving Aaron Rodgers, right? That prompted him to yell that.
By the way, that stuff, that's what makes sports great, too.
Yeah. I'm just curious how they interact in the stands with fans.
I don't want all milquetoast like this. I don't want people throwing punches and everything else, but a little good nature just getting after each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is about. And if you don't have that, I think that is a big reason the NBA doesn't have that same, they don't have the same natural rivalries like football because it's just too watered down. Football still has it, and I tell you this, Homer has made on Pack Attack used to say, well, the Bears rivalry's dead. Not that this reignited it, because this doesn't, in the grand scheme. I assure you, these clips will be brought up before week 1. Players will be responding to it. This guy, Justin Jones, will have to talk about it. I'm sure he'll walk it back because people told him to. But this adds a little more juice to what has been a stale rivalry the last decade because Aaron Rodgers has left the building.
I'm guessing that maybe American Family Insurance's rivalry with some of the other insurance carriers is kind of like Bears-Packers. Sure, they know the existence of those others, but they're the best, and we love their partnership with us.
Yeah, I just keep seeing that bat signal go up, and I keep seeing Wisconsin's recruiting class climbing into the top 10. When's the last time we saw that? Well, we're all excited, and Badger fans, American Family Insurance wants to give you and a friend a VIP experience at a Badger football or basketball game during the 2023 season. You and a friend will receive pregame, sideline, or courtside passes, tours of facilities, tons of merch to support your Wisconsin Badgers. Enter today at amfam.com/Badgers. No purchase is necessary. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Getting some interesting texts on this. We'll get to those. 844-770-3776. The Bears-Packers rivalry. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Just look at them. State-of-the-art Honda hybrids, making ecological art out of any conditions they encounter. Rugged, dependable, stylish performance with fuel efficiency and low emissions that'll make a tree hugger blush. What's this phenomenon you're witnessing? It's the future, today. Electrified driving built for Wisconsin. Get your Honda hybrid now at your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer. Honda gets Wisconsin.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
At Starion Bank, they pride themselves on being a super community bank. Small enough to show they care about you and the communities they serve, while being large enough to make big things happen. With 3 Madison area branches in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona, Starion Bank is here investing in your community while offering valuable personal and business banking services. Start your experience with Starion Bank today by going to starionbank.com. Member FDIC.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Are we saying that Daniel Jones and Dak Prescott are the same thing pretty much?
I'd probably say they're probably close to being even because they both can run. They both can run. Dak Prescott has done a little bit more because he's been in the league longer.
Yeah.
And he's been a starter. So I would probably say close to the same.
I think Dak is better.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Big trailers and big opportunity. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business providing a professional yet casual work environment in Stoughton, Evansville, and Broadhead. If you're looking for your hard work to be rewarded with competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities, Stoughton Trailers is the spot for you. Positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America. Make the most out of your summer at Elkhart Lakes Road America. June is jam-packed with non-stop racing action. Don't miss a minute of the fun. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under. Celebrate Father's Day at the NTT IndyCar Series Soncio Grand Prix presented by AMR Weekend, June 15th through the 18th. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Road America, America's national park of speed.
Brunch is back at all the Madison area Great Dane pubs. Every Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Enjoy a robust brunch menu, ranging from the classic Daner's breakfast to the Playa burrito, and everything sweet and savory in between. And featuring specialty mimosas, cocktails, and mocktails, it's everything you'd expect from brunch at the Great Dane. Check it out on Saturdays and Sundays at your favorite spot, downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, or East Madison. For more information, head to GreatDanePub.com/brunch. Pick your pub and let's do brunch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I wish he played one more year with Green Bay. Honestly, we went up there and we played a pretty good game. They got away from us at the end, obviously, and they won. But their fans are really. Yeah, I wanted to go back up there and I wanted to play him and I wanted to beat them and I wanted him to be there so you can see it. But the fact that he's gone now, it's cool. I guess it's better for him not to be here. I'm ready to take it over. It's a good time to be a Bears fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So
this is a follow-up question I never thought I'd ask. In which ways are they?
Just the way that they're just freaking obnoxious, just yelling and all that other stuff about things that don't even matter. They're not even running the play, and you guys are talking about, oh yeah, go Green. Like, what are you even talking? You haven't even started yet. Like, what are we even talking about here? Like, y'all, half of them don't even know football. It's so weird to me. I'm just ready to go back out there and play, and I want to go out there and I want to beat the hell out of them on their field. I want to hear the boos then. That's what I look forward to.
That is Justin Jones. If it was Justin Jefferson, hi? Was I talking to myself?
Oh, no. Just Jesse and I had a little technical thing that we needed to fix, so it wasn't you. I think
it's weird.
I don't have a problem. Well, what? You had the other thing up and you didn't mute it, so it was like screaming into my microphone.
Sorry.
So I could hear it on both this and on this.
Okay.
So it's no big deal. I didn't realize that Jason would be that distracted by that. That's on me.
I thought I can't tell if it's me that you're pointing at or him. There's no way for me to know that. Sorry. Justin Jones talking as if they were so close last year when they came to Green Bay.
What was the final in that game?
They did have a 7-3 lead after Justin Fields' 3-yard touchdown run with 4 minutes 37 seconds left in the first quarter.
Okay, that's something.
And then in the second quarter, Aaron Jones had a 15-yard touchdown run. Aaron Jones caught an 8-yard touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers. And Allen Lazard caught a 5-yard touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers. And it was 24-7 at the half.
Yeah, I wonder if he was
kind of got
Aaron
away from
Jones
us at the end.
Probably thought Aaron Jones left. Yeah. So, I don't have a problem players trying to pump themselves up, but you have to have some facts on their side. And, again, this just all goes back to the rivalry. And Bears are Bears fans are sick and tired of Packer fans being able to just rub their nose in the fact that we've had the upper hand really for 30 years. And the fact that we passed, you ever think Mike Ditka thought that the Green Bay Packers were going to pass the Bears on the wins deal when they were rolling through the 80s like we were a big old pile of nuttin'? And it was, I don't know what the gap was, but it's now leaned the other way in the favor of the Green Bay Packers. I can't imagine from a Bear fan standpoint, I'm sure you're probably just sitting there and it's frustration boiling over, and they appreciate that this young man, who's, even though he's factually was not even close.
Now, in fairness, it's
is
possible
taking up for them.
It's possible he meant the game in Chicago, but he said it was
not what he
Packers
said.
fans in Green Bay. Bears.
He knew what he said.
Remember, the game in Chicago, the Bears actually led 16-3 and 19-10, and the Packers wound up winning 28-19 with that fourth quarter comeback. Tausch, doesn't it say something, though, and again, we can talk to our friends Waddle and Sylvie and all our teammates at ESPN Chicago. There can't be much worse as a fan base than when the star player can say, I own you, I still own you, and you have no retort. you have to basically shrug and go, he's right. He does. That's they're like, you got no comeback. You got no jerk.
That was the low point. I think for the Bears fan base, that was their low point, and it was abundantly clear that there's nothing they could have said or done that would change what that is. That's why we forget the Chicago Bears were the worst team in the NFL last year.
Indeed.
Just because they traded their pick and they didn't have the number 1 overall doesn't mean that they weren't really bad. Mm-hmm. And while I know they're saying all the right things, part of me wonders if they felt like if Caleb Williams was available in this year's draft, are they as confident in Justin Fields as they said they are? The answer is no. So they like Justin Fields. They didn't love anybody else more than Justin Fields. But this is Justin Fields. This is his sink or swim year. If he isn't really progressing and getting the Bears out of winning 3 or 4 games, if they're not in that 7, 8, 9 win range, the Bears are going to look back and say, boy, we may be messed up. And then if Bryce Young is good or Stroud is good,
right?
You don't think the Bears GM and everybody involved is going to be on the hot seat because they didn't make the right call. They love Justin Fields' athleticism. There's a ton of questions if he can get off of his first read. There's a ton of questions about the Green Bay Packers quarterback, too. Don't get me wrong. But they have more data on Justin Fields than what we do on Jordan Love. And we don't have the same amount of failure at that position and within the team that they do. So Chicago Bear fans can feel really good and emboldened, but I guarantee you the Bears fans are still going to go into that opener with that feeling of, if we lose now, where are we at? It will put a big mark. That is a monster game for both teams because it is, from a Packer fans and a player standpoint, it's just doesn't matter who's playing quarterback, we're better. And the same thing can go for the Bears. It could be same old Bears, doesn't matter who's playing quarterback for the Packers. That opening game is going to be a monster psychologically for both fan bases, and only one of them can be shot. Packer fans will be maybe, it'll be a gut punch, but it'll also be, well, we're young, we're going to get better. Bears fans, if they lose that game, watch out. You're going to want to listen to Waddle and Sylvie because it will be, where in the world are we as a franchise?
And if we're being honest, you said more data points, right, about Justin Fields. They don't know. They may think they know a little more about their quarterback situation than the Packers do, but they really don't. Like, they may be hoping, and they may feel like, hey, I've had more moments where I said, ooh, this guy's good, to give me hope, but he is no sure thing. I like Justin Fields. He is no sure thing. He has not conclusively proven that he is going to be a good to very good NFL quarterback. Just as Jordan Love hasn't either. Jordan Love's just had less opportunity to do it and hasn't done it yet. Jesse, I know you've gotten piles and piles of text messages about this. My question about fans in the stands with Bears fans vis-a-vis Vikings fans.
So, yeah, we've got several rolling in. Pat and Madison, Bears-Packers is a good-natured nasty. How do you feel about that? A good nasty.
That's a really good assessment of it. Yep.
Then a couple of the other ones. Erica in Milwaukee flashed this one up on the video stream a few minutes ago. When Cubs fans get mouthy when they're beating the Brewers, she always just asks them if they're ready for football season. And she adds here, and ACR time. Well, it's not ACR time anymore. Sorry.
ACR. Erica. I think Erica's having a harder time with this than most. Aaron's gone. Erica. He left.
It'll hit soon.
That's why Justin Jones is talking all kinds of you-know-what, because ACR is gone.
Now, Rick in Newburgh says he's a gold package ticket holder. The Bears fans it's a rivalry, but there's respect. Minnesota fans are obnoxious. And that's the same sentiment we hear from Jordan in Madison, who says, last Packers-Bears game he went to, the Bears fans in front of him were perfectly fun, good about laughing at their own misery. The last Packers-Vikings game he went to, the Vikings fans in front turned around to loudly complain and make excuses anytime we cheered. It's a totally different vibe. Vikings fans are way worse. That's what
so do
Jordan
you think
Madison
that
says.
Packer fans? You think Packer fans now are looking at this rivalry in a new light again, or is it the Packer fans still feel like it's the same old Bears?
I don't want to speak for fans, but from the fans that I do have in my circle, there is a nervousness. There is a nervousness that after my circle may be different than yours.
You got a nervous circle then.
They're nervous that they're not going to dominate because they don't have the quarterback like they've had for the last 30 years. Because they really enjoyed it.
Pull it. Yeah, I'm interested because I think Packer fans believe our organization and how we do things is just markedly better than what the Bears are. And it's not a coincidence that we've been able to get the quarterback position right and they haven't.
So if you're asking,
and we're just better than they are.
If you're asking, like, are the Bears in a better place now? I would, as a Packers fan and surrounded by Packers fans, I don't think anyone now thinks any better of the Bears. I think it's more like, okay, are the Packers going to be able to stay? Like, the Bears are still the Bears. Mm-hmm. The Bears are still, like, they were celebrating a 3-14 season last year because they felt like there was so much optimism. Like, the Bears still feel like they're rather hapless. I wouldn't say Oakland A's bad, but they still feel pretty bad. So
7-game win streak.
What it comes down to for me, I guess, would be more, are the Bears in a better place? Like, they're going to be what they are. Are the Packers going to revert and make it more competitive by stooping rather than the Bears elevating?
No, so there is not a doubt in my mind Bears fans feel more emboldened about this rivalry. I'm asking our Packer fans, is it now back to, because what Homer said, that it was the Bears and the Lions are the same, I had a hard time arguing with him. Is it now different from a Packer fan standpoint? Do you now feel like this rivalry is back? Because I still think I don't think they're going to feel that way until the Bears beat Green Bay. I feel like Packer fans still, while more trepidatious, still feel like we're superior to the Chicago Bears. I believe that.
So first of all, I think you're both right. Because I don't think anybody is looking at the Bears going, oh, they hired Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus, and they have Justin Fields. I'm really worried about them finally figuring everything out. I don't get that sense. I think, again, from the Packers fans that are in my sphere, there is a concern that we now no longer have the decided advantage over this rival that we have owned and that the quarterback has announced his ownership thereof, like we had. And if you're on the same plane in terms of that, then the Bears are going to get to win games, no matter how mismanaged they may seem to be. That's the vibe I get. But you can poll that question and see. I feel like Packers fans are going to still have confidence until they see a reason not to. But I do think there is some reticence of, okay, well, hopefully Jordan's great and we just keep owning these people and I can keep talking to my buddy. You know, I have a friend who lives in Kenosha and I have a friend who lives on the other side of the border in Chicagoland, and they're both Packers fans, and they can sense the emboldened nature of their Bears fan friends. There's no doubt about that. And they also both say that they don't feel as confident anymore until they see more from Jordan Love to be able to believe that they're still going to have the bragging rights with their Bears fan friends. We need to play Whoa Nelly. You can keep your text messages coming in. 844-770-3776. Whoa Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
Cedar Ridge Distillery continues to make a home right here in Wisconsin. The original 86 bourbon is the best-selling bourbon in Iowa for 3 straight years, and you have the opportunity to get that here in Wisconsin. Also, the quintessential, the best American single malt, voted by John Barleycorn Awards, and Cedar Ridge manages every step of the production from grain to glass. Make sure you pick up the Scalzo and Bruss private barrel of bourbon and rye whiskeys, available at Discount Liquor at 51st in Oklahoma or Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha.
We tend not to think about right now, but right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. When you give to the V Foundation, 100% of your donation goes directly to game-changing cancer research. Victory over cancer is there for the taking by you. Donate at V.org, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Hear that? That's the sound of the 2023 Chevy Silverado and its Turbo Max engine, delivering impressive power with no compromised durability. Whether you're helping friends move or just moving some friends, this is the sound of a family with plenty of rear seat room to enjoy the ride. And this is the sound of you heading to your local Chevy dealer today. Find your Silverado and find new roads. Chevrolet. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton. I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Your friend could tell you to go to TLC Laser Eye Centers for LASIK. But when your eye doctor tells you to go to TLC Laser Eye Centers for LASIK, you book your consultation. TLC has performed over 2.3 million LASIK procedures nationally, and that includes treatment for over 10,000 doctors. LASIK takes minutes, with most patients back to normal activities the next day. So come see why TLC Laser Eye Centers is the doctor's choice for LASIK.
Right now, TLC is offering $1,000 off their Wavelight laser when treated in June. That's $500 off per eye. So call 888-TLC-2020 or visit SaveOnTLC.com. That's SaveOnTLC.com. The doctor's choice for LASIK. Must mention this promotion and be treated in June of 2023 to qualify. $1,000 off for both eyes on standard Wavelight price. $500 off for one eye. Cannot be combined with any other offers. See details at SaveOnTLC.com.
For over 50 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County has matched local youth with adult mentors in lasting and impactful one-on-one relationships. If you or a friend are interested in everything that Big Mentorship means, then attend the Big Social at Kiva Sports Center on Thursday, June 22nd from 5 to 7 p.m. Enjoy a casual atmosphere of games and fun while mingling with current and future Bigs passionate about making a lasting impact on the lives of local kids. Visit their Facebook page or go to bbbsmadison.org to learn more and sign up today.
The Outlaws are coming. It's 2 huge nights at Beaver Dam Raceway. World of Outlaws NUS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, Friday and Saturday, June 16th and 17th at Beaver Dam. Don't miss the Sprint Car Superstars in the 13th Jim J.B. Boyd Memorial, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts, where you can save $5 on general admission tickets at participating stores. The World of Outlaws at Beaver Dam Raceway, June 16th and 17th. Racing at 7:30. Tickets at slspromotions.com or call 815-344-2023. Be there.
This weekend on ESPN Radio, the rivalry continues. The New York Yankees storm into Fenway Park and go head-to-head with the Boston Red Sox. Coverage begins Saturday at 6 Eastern and Sunday at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
She lives for me, says she lives for motivation. Who want motivation? She comes out and she goes down on me. And I make you smile like a drug for you. Do ever what you want to do.
The poll is in the field before we get to Whoa Nelly. Pretty simple. As a Packers fan, are you nervous that the Packers will not dominate the rivalry with the Bears anymore. 6 votes in the first 20 seconds.
That's pretty good, actually, if you think about it.
And I can tell you exactly how I expected it to go is how it's gone. It appears 5 of those votes are not nervous and 1 is yes, I'm nervous. So we'll see when we have more statistically significant data whether that's
Jesse, are you nervous?
No. No. My gut says no, I'm not nervous. Then I think about it. I'm like, okay, well, Jordan Love might not be very good, and the quarterback play may be more even than it's been. But I still trust the Packers organization a lot more than I trust the Bears organization. Like the gripes,
I do too.
The gripes that we have with general managers and head coaches, and really top to bottom in Green Bay is nothing compared to what they experience in Chicago and have for the last 30 years.
It's because they haven't gotten the quarterback. Jesse, it's because they haven't gotten the quarterback position right. Everything else, defensively, you'd say they've been better at putting defenses together. They can't put offenses together because they have not gotten it right. Right now, Justin Fields is more of a playmaker than Jordan Love. I don't think anybody could argue that. Now, throwing the football, everything else, but as far as a weapon goes, Justin Fields' legs are more dynamic than anything we know about Jordan Love as we sit here right now. So I don't know. I haven't voted yet. I'll say this. I'm a heck of a lot more nervous that this pendulum could swing back until we see where Jordan Love's at than I was 6 months ago. That I know for sure.
Have you ever been nervous about the pendulum swinging back, though? And now you are?
Not.
Right?
I'll say even in 2008 with a new quarterback, I still felt like we'd be fine.
That's my point. Yeah, I would agree with you. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I got to stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
Jesse, before you start, because now we've got 55 votes in, and it's 80% not nervous, 20% nervous. Are we proving Justin Jones? Justin Jones didn't say, he said they're obnoxious, he used the S word, etc. But are we potentially proving him right in terms of maybe overconfidence? Like, that's a really big disparity, and you have an unproven quarterback now yourself. I'm a little surprised that it's that. Am I crazy?
It's all on your perspective. If you're a
Well, Tausch, what do you think?
If you're a Bears player and you have confidence in your team, you're going to say, yeah, those people don't know what they're talking about. If you're a Packers player, a Packers fan, and you look at the last 30 years to back you up, you say, yeah, we haven't figured out, they don't. So that's the rivalry, I guess.
We have more uncertainty this year than we've had in 25 years. So that's where there's nervousness. It has nothing to do with Chicago. If Chicago had Patrick Mahomes and they were in the middle of their 3 or 4 year run, we'd be as we'd feel like Bears fans have felt. That's how much of an importance that layer makes to fan bases' psyches.
And that's what I'm saying is that they don't have that advantage. I'm surprised by the results because I thought not that you and Jesse, I thought you described it very well. I don't think that suddenly now we all believe that the Bears have it figured out. I just feel like Tausch talks about the elevators all the time, about talent, which I think is one of his best analogies. I think we always felt like the Bears were on a low floor, if not like in L3 of the parking garage, and the Packers were always up toward the penthouse or at least close to it. And I feel like now the Packers elevator is on like the 4th floor. Now it could go back up really fast, but I feel like the Packers elevator is on the 4th floor, and maybe the Bears elevator is just in the lobby, or maybe on the first floor, and the space is just nowhere near as wide. Am I wrong?
I think that paints the picture very well. I think that's where it's at. It has nothing to do with how nervous you are about the Bears. It's just if you're nervous about the Packers' future.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, Nelly!
Mm-hmm. Dynamite drop it.
All right. Time for one. The Oakland A's had 27,759 fans pack into the Coliseum in Oakland last night on the same day in which the stadium being built in Las Vegas for the team's move in the near future was approved by the Nevada State Senate. The Oakland A's fans formed a reverse boycott to show that there is still enthusiasm from the fans for the team. They just don't like the owner and want him to sell the team so that they would stay in Oakland. Was a reverse boycott, seeing the Oakland A's get their 7th straight win, 2 of which have come over the Tampa Bay Rays, one of the best teams in baseball. Is the reverse boycott a successful form of protest? Tausch.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I want to bring enthusiasm and money into your pockets as a boycott. Well done, Oakland. Maybe if you'd have been filling up the stadium earlier, I understand their frustration. I get it. Their team has been penny pinching for a long time. They have figured out ways with Moneyball and everything else, but their stadium's a dump. Every team seems to be leaving Oakland as fast as they can. So going there and paying your money to the ownership, I don't know if that's if I'm the owners, I'm saying, yep, keep on RB in it. Keep reverse boycotting. That'll show me as I take my big fat checks to the bank and cash them.
So what are they supposed to do?
I don't know.
Don't go to the game?
Well, they've already been doing that.
Hey, I have no problem with them doing what they're doing. You asked me if it was a good idea. No, it's not. But I don't have a good idea for them. I think they're moving. Support the San Francisco Giants. I guess that'd be the best thing you could do.
Whoa, Nelly!
Vegas Golden Knights, this will be the last one real quick. Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup last night in their 6th year of existence. Tausch, are we not giving enough credit to the Vegas Golden Knights for what they've accomplished, being in 2 Stanley Cup finals and now winning one in their first 6 years?
Who's not giving them their shine? Yeah, they've won a championship. They've been to another one of the first teams, if not the first, to do it in an inaugural year. And I think hockey is a sport built that you can get things flipped pretty quickly. You get one stud, you have a good goaltender. But the Las Vegas Golden Knights, let's not make any mistake about it, they took on players with big salaries, and they are spending the most money in the NHL just straight from a salary cap standpoint. That's why they're winning. They have a voracious fan base that has shown up. They put a nice building in. They have fans coming in. They have passion, and they have figured out that's your formula to win. So whatever their organization and ownership has been stellar. Their play on the ice has been stellar, and it should be no surprise when you factor all those things in that they're going to have success, and they obviously have had the most success that you can have when it comes to raising up a Stanley Cup.
The Oakland A's owners vowed to donate all of the ticket sales from the fan-organized reverse boycott to 2 local Oakland charities.
Nice.
Reading this from NBC Bay Area. It appears they did that after the boycott was announced, though.
Yeah, they announced it 2 hours before the game.
So it's not like the fans chose that date knowing that the money wouldn't go into the pockets of the owners that are moving the team to Las Vegas. I respect that they're trying to save their team. They're proud of their town. They're proud of their team. They're still going to lose their team.
Out of his town. You know, that's a damn rare thing these days.
We'll see where our Bears-Packers rivalry poll stands as we wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Olson Toon has been customizing both residential and commercial outdoor living spaces since 1997. Matt Hamilton here from ESPN Madison. For over 50 years of combined experience in their management and design teams, Olson Toon has become one of Wisconsin's premier building and landscaping outdoor living firms. Landscaping and maintenance, irrigation, concrete work, pools, and more. If you have an outdoor living need, Olson Toon is here to help. Go to olsontoon.com to get started on your home project today. That's olsontoon.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994. Find the Great Dane nearest you at greatdanepub.com. A reigning freshman phenom for the Wisconsin basketball team will represent his country later this week in California. Connor Sejan, who averaged over 11 points per game in his freshman campaign for the Badgers, will represent the Armenian national team during the Armenian Basketball Classic against France on June 16th at Cal State Northridge in California. Sejan will make his debut for Armenia against the 5th-ranked globally France team in back-to-back nights at the Armenian Basketball Classic in California.
Pella's window and door design options are virtually limitless. Customize your order by August 31st and you could bundle and save big at PellaWI.com.
Show us your Guinness, Wisconsin. You could be golfing for free. It's in the hole. Guinness wants to send you to the course with Dad. Tee Off with Dad is going on now, and you could win a round of golf or two this summer at the Bridges Golf Course or the Meadows of 6 Mile Creek. Stop by and enjoy a pint at LJ Sports Tavern, Danny's Pub, Echo Tap, or Nitty Gritty Downtown. While there, scan the QR code to enter. It's Tee Off with Dad from Guinness. Good things come to those who wait.
At Wheelchairs for Warriors, serving America's heroes is our mission. With your support, we serve veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty across the United States of America, providing them custom-fit, complex rehab mobility solutions to ensure they rejoin their lives at the highest level of independent mobility and function possible. Join the mission at wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
When you're injured, call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 30 years and proudly partnering with Wilde and Tausch. Miss any of the show? Find it with Wisconsin On Demand. Presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The 2023 season is underway and Fun for All is back with the Forward Madison FC Family Special on sale now. Bring the family to exciting professional soccer at Breeze Stevens Field. Enjoy a ticket, Pepsi product, sandwich, and a Forward Madison scarf for just $21. Forward Madison has fun for the whole family. Enjoy Lionella Vessi, the team's dairy cow, our new kids zone, and more at every Forward Madison match. For tickets, go to forwardmadisonfc.com. Forward Madison, fun for all.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, home of the Big Win and Madison Casino Guru, is transforming guests into winners. Making an ordinary day into a big win day is easy with a 95% average payout. And with over 140 daily jackpots, the number of people winning has never been bigger. So what are you waiting for? Escape to Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison for your next big win.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Hey, this is Craig Karmazin, founder of Good Karma Brands. Join Kyle Wallace and me every Sunday morning from 10 to noon for Sunday Karma here on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Nice to know.
Almost out of time, but lots of time to vote in our poll. The nervous crowd making small gains, Tausch. 77%, no, not nervous, 23% nervous. So.
Yeah, there's going to be, until we see what happens with our new quarterback, I think there should be some apprehension. But I don't think it should be mind-numbing. Well, we can't do it, because I think the Bears should feel a little bit better because their guy is gone. The guy that has crushed their soul has left. Now it'll be fun from a Packer fan standpoint if there's another one that can do it. That might break that fan base.
We'll see how this poll ends up. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available